cold at the touch, dead in the eyes, no signs of life no more. I put your love under the knife. Leave me to die here all alone. No signs of life no more, no. But crying dove may never fly. It's black and white. Yeah. Black and white. Oh. 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 It's black and white.
We are back live for another week of Mobile Mayhem 2021 Winter Cup. This your boy Verdict, and as you see to my right here, we're gonna have a new caster on deck. That's my guy Gilmania. Go ahead and give a shout out, Gilmania. How's it going, my guy?
Hello everyone, this is gonna be my first week, my first time being here with you guys, so hope you guys enjoy your stay. I'm also streaming here on Trovo, and I'm excited to be in here for the first time.
Absolutely. This guy is no stranger to casting, though. He is a part of the Meeseeks crew with me. As you see, we got Mobile Mayhem Meeseeks takeover. We've got so many people back in action over here. Gil is one of our newer casters. Enough about that. We'll talk about some of the matchups for the day. I'll go ahead and switch over so we can see it. First up, this is huge. Aphelion, the number one team in the Division 1 standings, going to be taking on the number one team in the Division 2 standings in Team Elevate. After that, we'll have Kings taking on Trizium Stinks. Salem Esports, formerly known as Crypto, taking on Alpenfestung. Aphelion going against Bunker Esports. So huge matchups today. As I transition, we'll take a look at some of those standings because we were talking about some of the teams in the divisions earlier on. Aphelion with a not-so-strong lead at the moment. Last week we saw them take an L to Kings in a best-of-3 that went to the domination game. Ultimately, Kings took that matchup. And due to Kings' ability to go ahead and beat Tragic in the tiebreaker earlier on in the season, that gives them the advantage and gives them the second-place rights. Tragic right there on their tail, though, 130 points as well. Bunker Esports, this is a stacked D1 Division 1 teams here. Bunker Esports with 110. If you know, first place and fourth place all within 30 points reach, it's just absolutely bonkers. Aphelion right there, 90 points as well. Trizium Sinks rounded up the bottom at 50. Now, if we take a look at Division 2, Team Elevate has 130 points. They're looking to extend that lead. They're going to have to take on a hefty opponent in Aphelion. So Aphelion looking to extend their lead in Division 1. Elevate looking to extend their lead in Division 2. Best case scenario for Aphelion, they take these two games and get dubs here to extend their lead. Worst case scenario, they take an L and might be forced out of that number one spot. Iconic going to be right there in second place with 80 points. Alpenfestung in third place, 40 points. Really anybody's ball game in Division 2. With 3 teams without points in EXO. Crypto, formerly known as Crypto, but now Team Salem. And as we look at the bottom, HN Esports also with 0. So before we jump right back into the action, we'll take a look at some of the map bans. My guy Gil's going to go over that for us.
Yeah, for the first game, like we mentioned, Aphelion against Team Elevate. For the first game would be a game of Hardpoint on Scrapeyard. Then we would move for Search and Destroy on Meltdown. And if needed, this the best of 3 would be a game of Domination on Firing Range. And talking a little bit about the map bans, is going to be Aphelion getting rid of Hardpoint on Raid. They don't want to see anything of that. And Team Elevate banning Search and Destroy on Crossfire. About the weapon bans is going to be coming from Aphelion the Chopper. They don't want to see it at all on these games. And Elevate banning the Arctic 50 right there.
Absolutely. And as soon as these guys jump back into the lobby, we'll go ahead and get started up. This is Gil's first day on the Mobile Mayhem scene, man, and I am super excited because it feels like just a few days ago it was my first day. So me branching out to someone who I brought onto as a content creator for our org, coming on to something that I just started doing myself, man, it feels great, dude. How are you feeling today, Gil?
I'm really motivated. I really gonna try to give my best today. And like you said, I'm pretty new to the casting world overall, and I'm trying to bring out the best content possible for you guys to enjoy.
Absolutely, you heard it here first, dude. Gil's getting his debut on the Mobile Mayhem platform. Everybody is in the lobby. We're gonna be waiting for screenshots to come through and everybody's ready up. As Gil just said, Hardpoint Scrapyard is going to be our first map. And some of the bands that we talked about, interesting bands if you ask me. The guns, for example, the Chopper and Arctic 50, so no ASM 10 ban and no DRH or Man of War ban, so that could cause some trouble. But that being said, we're going to go ahead and jump straight into the action here. And who do you got your eyes on, Gil? I want to go ahead and let you know Jim is probably the most popular in the comp scene at the moment. Does that look like that truck is... Okay, never mind. That truck was definitely glitched on my screen.
Yeah, it's something that happens on the spectator in here, but as you mentioned, it fixes itself before starting. And yeah, Jim, guy that I recently started to get to know, and pretty interesting to see how he's gonna start out with a triple kill with a shotgun. Just like Jim is gonna get a choose of the shotgun to begin with.
Yeah, that first point is gonna be held back and forth. We were just talking about this map and how the rotations can be a bit, difficult to manage. But with a guy like Jim popping in and out with a shotty, I couldn't imagine them not getting the majority of these points on P1. What I would be focused on though here, if I'm Aphelion, is P2. Am I correct?
Yeah, like that should be what they could be aiming for to begin with. As we can see, Jim just killing it with the shotgun right there, picking off his 8th kill right there with the BY-15. And doing an amazing job right there, starting to get his own streaks, and even trying to rotate to the P number 2, making sure that the enemies don't get a good response.
Absolutely, this P2 is going to be a spawn held one. We're going to see Spy take him out there, but damage still done. Jim up to 8 kills already. P1's going to wrap up, and 42-6 is going to be your score. Aphelion starting off strong. Can they hold that lead with P2 opening up here? It does not look like they're going to be able to get spawns from these guys over at Elevate. Have no fear, there's still plenty of time left in the point. As we see Slayer and Ghoul both be taken out there, that might be something that they have to worry about. These guys have to push in collectively if they want to get these spawns. I wouldn't worry so much about the point as much as the spawns in general. Like, that would be... Is that a safe assumption to make, Gil?
I would say so, yes, because like in this specific map, there's a couple of points that if you have the respawns properly set up, even if you die, you're just gonna spawn a couple of meters away from the point in question. So yeah, as long as you can maintain control over the respawns throughout those, you're most likely gonna maintain it the whole time.
And as you say that, I see a perfect 60 going to the favor of Elevate. So Elevate goes completely uncontested in that first, on that second point. They're going to have a 20-point lead going into this P3, which is in this middle office building. Now, Jim, I'm taking a look at him. He hasn't slowed down. He hasn't. It's not going as quickly, but dude, definitely putting in work. He's already in double digits. 12 kills for this guy, as well as Sammy. And for something that I noticed and I called out earlier, the ASM 10 and the DRH not being banned. I don't see any ASM 10s.
Yeah,
so
not at all.
What guns are we seeing a lot of here on this map?
The most I've seen right now is actually the Man of War. I see a couple of players using the Man of War right there. It's a pretty interesting choice. Of course, high damage, but also high recoil. So as long as you can be able to control it, you're gonna do a lot of damage onto the opponents.
Absolutely. So I'm definitely seeing a lot of Man of Wars. I'm seeing a few like HVKs too. and then some DRHs. So more DRHs than HVKs. Obvious reasons that that gun holds a lot more damage than the HVK does. HVK would be, is it more accurate? I mean, you play a lot more than I do, but from what I'm seeing, I've seen guys just absolutely put in work with the DRH.
Well, for the HBK specifically, I think that it can be a bit more hard to maneuver because of the fire rate. It has a bit more fire rate that the DRH does, but at the same time, the DRH has, I believe, a bit more damage than the HBK, and but less bullets. So if you don't even have that mag, you're only gonna count with 20 bullets. So pretty few, and if you're not top firing properly, you're just gonna run out of them super quickly.
So I'm taking a look here. I'm seeing Marky just absolutely annihilate these guys with the Annihilator. That's not a play of words. That's actually what he is doing. He's got a Predator, a Sentry, and a Goliath that could wreak some havoc on this this Aphelion team. And if you're Aphelion, dude, you got to get your head back in the ball game. You found yourself in a 40 point deficit at the moment, and it's only extending as P5 is about to open up for shot. Marky is setting up with his Sentry gun. This could be something devastating, as well as the Goliath. So super toxic for Marky. Going to go ahead and get all his score streaks and use. I do not blame him. However, that Goliath is going to be in harm's way at the moment until he can get inside. He is able to get inside safely, and now he's just going to need some support from his teammates. If I'm him, I'm not even worried about the point. I'm getting up top, taking cover, using that staircase as you know, a little bit of damage control is not a bad idea either. But very good use so far, and we just see Elevate come in and just absolutely own these guys after that second point goes through. 3 was a pretty good hole for them. 4 was all W's there. 75 to 155 as halfway marker for this point is just about over. And Ghoul, what are you noticing from these guys over at Elevate? What are they doing differently?
I feel like once they finally get their score streaks out, like you mentioned, Marky throwing out the turret, the Sentry gun, and the Goliath, making sure that no one gets closer to his allies. It's what's been the highest struggle for the team of Aphelion. They were able to maintain control throughout P1 and P2, but after that, it's just been all Elevate all over the place. And now Marky in the middle of the map, risking it all with a Goliath. He doesn't care, starts aiming, spraying left and right, and he cannot be taken down. He's literally in the middle of the map with that Goliath, and still with above half HP right there.
Yeah, that Goliath finally goes down, but the damage has been done, dude. It's like all the P5 was that Goliath and Team Elevate. Elevate looking to extend their lead. They are almost up to 200 points now. This is just not only a great start for Elevate, but this is like kind of demoralizing if you're the size of Aphelion. You come in, you start strong, and everything else has just been a flop. I was expecting a little bit more from these guys. Jim pushing out, playing that Slayer role. He's up to 18 kills, as well as Ghoul. Ghoul is going to be the guy with 21 as well. You got to stop and think, like, what's going on in the OBJ department, because at this particular moment, we're seeing a team that has played so well kind of crumble under pressure here. And with that being said, there's still, I wouldn't say plenty of ball game left to be played, but you weren't able to break P2 earlier on. What makes you think you're going to be able to break P2 here?
Yeah, it's basically once again being Elevate able to control and gain response on the it's actually gonna be it's gonna be Aphelion gaining control of the P number 2. Let's see how long they're gonna last with it. They did it once, but I'm not sure. Like you mentioned, Aphelion is in a tougher spot, talking about points in their division, and Elevate is just trying to get a bit of a higher advantage over their opponents. And I'm not sure. It could be coming along as a problem for Aphelion. The fact that they get that deficit of over 100 points right now, finally being able to cover it, but Elevate makes them suffer and takes them out yet again on this point number 2.
Absolutely. So Elevate able to reclaim spawns. That's not a good. If you're Aphelion, that's not good in your eyes. As you gained the ability to get into the point, you were not able to hold it though. Jim's gonna come in and wreak a little bit of havoc though. He's got the shotty point. He's gonna need some help. He's gonna have someone come in the OBJ. Obviously, we see Elevate opting to set up for new as they only left one person on the point, and I think that's all they needed there. I knew that they knew that Aphelion wasn't going to be able to contest long enough to even matter. And P3 is going to be opened up for shop, and this game might be over if we could see Sammy get a few kills here on the point. That is, that could be murder she wrote. 17 points, 15 points is all the side of Elevate needs here as time is dwindling down. And what a way to start the day. Two teams top of their division just come out swinging bows on each other. And if you ask me, Elevate played this absolutely flawless as they take the lead 250 to 120. What a way to start our day off. My guys over at Elevate came in stronger than ever. They didn't care anything about what place of division they're playing against right now. They are wanting to extend their lead, as they rightfully should, man. At the moment, they are number one in a division that is not as competitive as Aphelion. But, as you can see, it doesn't matter to them, dude. They just want the W. We'll take a look at the scorecard here as I see Sammy dropping 29 kills, almost a 30 bomb on a very, very healthy Aphelion roster. They came in and just continued to swing after P2 and never went down. So all of these guys did very well, and I'll highlight one of the stats that I know that I will continue to point out day in and day out. That's going to be Spy. Your guy Spy went 16 and 15. He had 2.5 minutes on the hard point. If I'm looking at the side of Aphelion, it's kind of hard to see what happened there. Saturn's not having the best of his days, going 9 and 23. He did manage to get a minute and 20 on the hard point, but if that's your designated OBJ player, you gotta stop and think what happened with Saturn's and a few of these other guys. If you want to come in here and take these guys out, you can't have two guys at the bottom of the scorecard going double negative plus. So the rotations just went there from Aphelion. Elevate obviously came in and played this map a lot better than these guys, and it showed. The OBJ was a designated player, and Spy did his job. What was your take on this matchup, Gil?
I mean, it seems like Aphelion was able to only maintain control for about 2 points, and after that, it was just pure Elevate being cautious of how the rotations were going to be working out. Even not caring if Aphelion was going early, they would always get into a plan and take them out as soon as they reach onto that hardpoint area. And it must be pretty hard for them. Like you mentioned, they started off pretty strong, not allowing Elevate to get closer. But as the game went on, it was just more and more difficult for them to get into the points.
Absolutely, my guy. I couldn't have said it any better. P2 was the start for that first rotation. It was Elevate's start to a dominant hardpoint matchup. And I say that because the first point, it looked like they were just going to get absolutely outplayed. 47 points went to Aphelion. That didn't matter to them. Elevate, regained their consciousness after P2, and they never let their foot off the pedal, as I was talking about. That map control was just absolutely OP for the side of Elevate. Elevate came in, they had a game plan, they executed it properly, and they just made Aphelion put their backs against the ropes, and they never stopped swinging. So Elevate came in, had to work a game plan, and worked it very well, in my opinion. We're going to see a Search and Destroy on Meltdown. We have talked about Meltdown. What is your take on Meltdown, Gil? Because these guys already know how I feel. I don't like Meltdown Search and Destroy. It's toxic. It's not like any other map in Search and Destroy, if you ask me.
Yeah, in my opinion, Meltdown is always, in my opinion, going to be in favor of the one who is the offensive side. Why? Because if you're defending, you got to decide you want to split your team between A and B. You want to focus on one specifically. But if you just go for A, for example, if the opponents go to A, that rotation is going to be extremely dangerous. Because once you held the position of one of the two bombs, of course, you have the advantage. But if you're defending and pick that side wrong, it's just going to take out a play and be against your odds.
Absolutely. I have to agree with you. The attacking side is definitely going to set the tone. They're going to be able to decide where they want to go, and they're going to make the opponents, second guess every step of the way. I feel like the defending side, if your gun strong, if your gun skill is strong, you need to push A and go for a retake. But that retake can, it can get sloppy. So it definitely makes for a very indecisive search and destroy game. And we are already up. Fantas, whenever you're ready, my guy, go ahead and spam that ready button. Let's go ahead and get jumping right into the action. All right, all Elevate needs here is one more, and they will take the series. After that, based off of that first game, what is your opinion, Gil? What do you think is going to happen here?
I mean, we could see even Elevate just pretty much snowballing onto Aphelion like we saw in the first game. That could be what we see on the game number 2. And given the fact that they are also on top of that being the offensive side, like we said, they could take that momentum coming out of the first game, move it on to the second, and just keep on rolling and maybe potentially get over Aphelion on this second match.
Now, I've seen Aphelion play this map before, and I have to say, it was absolutely impeccable, dude. They took on Kings on this map last week. This is where they got their first win. The domination was so close, my guy. It was just ridiculous. But we played a domination on Summit. Dude, let me tell you, if you've ever played domination on Summit, it is absolutely toxic. And just as I called it, if I am the attacking side, I'm pushing straight to A. Nobody on A but one player for the side of Aphelion. Bomb's going to go down quickly as Slayer rotates back out. Jim's going to get his nades in and push this. Oh, no, there's a nade right in front of him. He's going to be super weak as he rotates back, but he's going to have a little bit of help.
Yeah, he's going to stay alive with a sliver of health, but I'm sure he kind of screamed internally for a second right there with that grenade being in front of him so close. And as we say that, there's going to be less than 30 seconds for the side of Aphelion, but Jim with the shotgun going to pick up his first kill. Now pushing onto Insanity right there, going to get killed himself. There's only going to be 2 players remaining on each side. And I don't know if there's going to be enough time for Elevate to do. Sorry, for Aphelion to defuse.
There might be. Oh, no, yeah. They both got taken out. Marky played it so well.
Yeah, Marky playing time and just basically waiting for them to start defusing and get comfortable with that. They thought they were safe, but Marky with a really good play right there with the HBK, I believe it was, picking up the double kill to get their first round their way.
That was pretty flawless for the side of Elevate. A 1v2, Marky had everything to make that happen. Sammy takes out Slayer, the first death casualty for the side of Aphelion. Jim is also going to go down, but Jim takes out Spy with him. So we're going to see a 4v3 Saturns and Team Aphelion playing for the lives here. Oh, Saturns takes out Sammy in the top of the office building. Gets the first pick right before this bomb is going to go down. We're going to have a 2v3 now as we see another Aphelion player get taken out. Saturn's playing aggressive here with his sniper in mid. He might pay the price. He does. Yeah. Coming through. Yeah! Coming through with the 2-piece.
Yeah, and just like that, 2-0 lead for them. Let's see how they decide to do. And like you mentioned, they could try to either play the mind game and try to go V, or they could straight out go to A over and over. That's something that being on the defensive side can be a struggle at first. As we can see that they're actually going to try to go B this time around. Let's see if the new plan is going to work for them as Saturn picks up the first kill onto Marky right there.
Yeah, he almost got a collateral too. If I was looking... Oh, that was a great nade by Spy, but he almost got a collateral as I saw him line up 2 players like kind of stacked, but it looked like maybe he was behind the wall. He was able to take out Marky, so the trade was made. Saturns gets taken out by Spy's nade, so we got a 4v4 about to ensue. Jim is in dangerous territory, but going to rotate inside of this boiler room into mid. Now we see both of them playing super aggressive. Jim picks up another kill, taking out Insanity. He gets a shot on the Spy, able to get that one in. Oh, he picks up the 3-piece, the clutch! The triple!
And just like that, that's going to be the first round for Aphelion with an amazing triple piece coming out of Jim right there with a shotgun.
Let me get a 3-piece chicken nugget with some fries, my guy. This guy just absolutely served it to him.
Yeah, it seems like going for the B side was not the move for Elevate, as we can see them moving towards back again onto A. Let's see if Jim can stop that as he's rushing with shotgun. Wait. I think Elevate is actually going to be playing more passively on this round, seems like, right?
It does look like that. It looked like maybe Jim might have, well, I don't want to say Jim, but Aphelion definitely got in their head after that last push. Questioning this A push again. Why? I have no idea. Marky, perfect nade, dude. These guys just throw the absolute wildest nades. That first pick and second pick now, as Marky picks up his fifth. He gets a hit marker onto Slayer and Ghoul, both going to go down. And Toby, 3-piece for Marky. Or not Marky, but Yaya. Yeah! Coming through in the clutch for Elevate. And they're going to be up 3-1 going into the last and final round of the attacking side for them.
Yeah, if they take it going onto the defensive side for Elevated, and it being 4-1 could be potentially pretty good for them. Let's see if they can manage to do that, or Aphelion on the other hand, they can find their way in and at least make it a 3v2, because if you're on the offensive side switching right there, that could be a difference. Whereby to see Elevate still pushing onto A, planting the bomb, putting the pressure on Aphelion as they are in a 4v4. There's a band being taken down on each side so far.
We see a pick from Slayer. Slayer takes one out on the bottom staircase of the defensive side. The defuse is going to come in, and this is odd. Yes, he does. The guy gets the ninja defuse. They're going to be able to steal 2 from this defensive side, and if our predictions are right, the attacking side going to hold some weight as far as determining where the action is going to go down. If the attacking side's where it's at, Aphelion might be in good hands here. If not, if they aren't able to clutch it up here, we are going to see a 2-0 early. And Jim is going to get naded immediately, but gets his or Slayer rather going to get naded immediately, but gets his trophy down in perfect time. A is going to be completely occupied, and we were talking about if you're gun heavy, if your gun skill is where it's at, you're going to see a lot of team push A completely, and that's exactly what we see for the side of Elevate. Elevate opting to push all onto A and do a B retake. And I have to agree with them, man. Their gun skill has been completely on point. Marky absolutely hitting his shots. Yaya come through with 3-piece last round. Spy, who has been a little quiet this game, showed us how great he was for this. Jim going to pick up one onto Yaya, taking out one of the top Slayers for the side of Elevate. So it's going to give the advantage to my guys over at Aphelion. They're going to be up by 1 player. As Spy was chasing it, said he didn't want anything to do with it, so he rotates back down to the backside of the attacking spawn. Jim is going to be waiting in this boiler room. Jim's going to push out aggressively. Jim's going to get some shots, but is ultimately going to be taken out by Spy, who played that so very well. And just like that, the defense crumbles for the side of Aphelion. They are going to be able to get the defuse off. As you can see, Spy is going to have plenty of time. And Aphelion, number 1 in the Division 1 standings, getting played very well by Elevate, who is in a league of their own in Division 2.
Yeah, they're coming in strong on the side of Elevate, and something that I do want to point out is I felt like the strategy from Aphelion was pretty different from the one from Elevate, given the fact that they played it a bit more passively at first and then try to figure out which bomb side they were going to go through. As we can see, Jim picking up a double kill with his shotgun, yet again now pushing onto Marky, but Sammy is going to help his teammate right there. And on this round specifically, it seems like the pressure is on the side of Elevate, as Aphelion is still with 4, and that they might be trying to go for that plant on the B side right there.
Yeah, they got the bomb tuckered in over there, and they're going to have a 1-man advantage. They need to take advantage of that as soon as possible. Insanity is going to push up Slayer, evening the playing field. Regardless, the bomb is going to go down, so 40 seconds is going to be reduced. As we see Jim get taken out as well. Sammy's going to be taken out by Ghoul. Ghoul is going to be traded, so it's going to be a 2v2 ensuing. Insanity is going to take out Toby. This might give the power advantage to the side of Team Elevate. Elevate going to be able to get that defuse off as Saturn's taking some shots with the Deagle, just not able to land it in mid. And Aphelion coming in very strong today. Not really showing up here in the Search and Destroy, if you ask me. The first game was, I was hoping maybe it was a flop. Maybe the scrapyard just wasn't, for them this day. But it's looking like they're just getting absolutely owned by Elevate. And if you're Aphelion, dude, this is if you haven't started playing, this is where you need to be playing at right here.
Yeah, it seems like Aphelion is actually struggling with this offensive side, something that we usually don't see in this kind of map. But as soon as they actually plant the bomb, we can see Elevate trying to push onto them and working their way through the Fusel twice in a row now. As we move forward into this round, this could potentially be the last game for both of these teams this day, and I'm not sure if Aphelion will be able to do something. 5-2, they start to plant the bomb, but will they be able to defend this round this time around? I'm not sure if they will.
I'm not sure if they will either. Aphelion came in, and I was not saying that, you know, I had them favored here, but this is just not looking like their day. Aphelion was able to get a few frags there, and it's going to lead us to a 4v1. Jim's going to take some shots on a Marky. Marky is going to take him out, but Ghoul is going to pick up the frag. That is going to give Aphelion their third round, but with the fear of elimination here, they got to play like their lives absolutely depend on it. So if they have any energy left in this game, we're going to have to see them play their lights out here. This is where it all happens. If they're able to clutch these 3 rounds, we'll see a domination. If not, we're just going to be moving on to the next matchup of the day, which I don't want to see. I want to see a game 3, and I need that desperately in my life. Jim's going to have 2 push out. He's going to get 1. He's going to get 2. He's going to get 3. That's a 3-piece for Jim as he starts the round off, clutching it up with the first 3 kills. Absolutely annihilating them right through that mid area. The Baba's down. Well played by Jim. If this doesn't give this team life, I don't know what will. 30 seconds left on the clock. 2 men left for the side of Elevate, and Marky and Insanity have to mark every move they do, as we're going to see Insanity go down, but Toby is also taken out. Jim picks up his 4th, making it happen. He's up to 16 kills. If this guy's able to win this next round, if Aphelion's able to win this next round, we might see Jim pop off and drop a 20 bomb.
Yeah, the second we said that they were struggling to maintain control of over the bombs, it seemed like they heard us and they were like, you know what, you want to control, I'm going to show you control. Like you said, Jim picking out that triple piece with a shotgun, pretty impressive to begin with. The round was literally just starting, and he picked up 3 players of Elevate. So pretty well played for Jim, and like you mentioned, he might even be able to drop a 20 bomb on this game, and I'm excited to see if he will be able to do it at the end.
Definitely going to have ample opportunity to do it here. However, they are playing a little conservative. They know that they are in fear of elimination. This might be their last round if they don't make a move here. I'm seeing the bomb rotate backside of B. They want to make a B push. They just don't have the right information, and Jim is going to be leading that info team as he is peeking mid, trying to play those eyes and ears that you know, he is able to do. Now he's going to have 2 people on the A bomb site. That could cause a little bit of devastation, but we're going to see Spy. He's going to maintain. Oh my God, Spy just absolutely abused. He had the SMRS in hand. Sammy's going to be right there on the other side of this gear side of things. And we're going to see Jim reload, and Jim just absolutely slaying. He's up to 17 now. Sammy's right on the other side of this gear side. Can he get taken out? He does! 18 kills. Everybody count it. 18 kills. Who's got their little timepiece on them making those counts? That's 18 for my guy, Jim. He sees one more. Can he get it?
You're going to push.
Oh!
If he gets it, that's 19.
Oh, my God, Jim. You're dogging these guys. What is going on? Jim don't want to lose.
Unbelievable. It's just the Jim power right there, about to get onto 20 kills, carrying super hard his team on this one. And they're going to switch sides yet again. Let's see if there's the turn for Elevate to do something, or we're about to witness a super great comeback on the hands of Aphelion, who were a couple of rounds ago losing 5-2.
We're going to see Goal pick up Spy, and this is something that I don't agree with. If I am Elevate, I'm making a full A push. Reason being is you abuse these guys on the attacking side. Why are they going back B? This is the safe route. You don't play safe. You play relying on your gun skill. Sammy's going to be taken out as well. Jim only needs 1 more kill, and he's going to drop a 20-piece on this Search and Destroy map. Wow, Jim popping off. Somebody clip that. Do me a favor and put that on my clips. I would have had and saved it in my replay buffer, but Jesus, I need that on my Trovo clips.
Yeah, I'm sure that Elevate must be sweating as they move towards trying to push for B. Slaver picking up another kill onto Yaya. That's a 5v2. Insanity with a bomb and Marky trying to defend that side. But it might be too late as they move and they start getting pushed by their opponents.
Said he's gonna be
Insanity is the only
pushing
one
top
alive.
20 piece!
And that's the comeback, dude. That is the comeback. That is GG Aphelion tying this year 6-5 and making the comeback as we are gonna be moving for that game number 3 that you wanted to see today.
I have to say, if someone in Aphelion's organization definitely communicated to these guys that I needed to see a game 3 in my life. I'm not sure if Jim got the kill there, but the way he was positioned, it looked like he might have. He did. He drops a 20 piece. My guy Jim putting in work. Jim said, I ain't going down like no sucker. Taking it to a game 3, putting the team on his back, making sure. He got a lot of help from his team that last round. But, chat, let's be honest. That was all Jim. That was a Jim and destroy. Not a search and destroy. That was a Jim and destroy.
Yeah, like, not much to say. Just Jim killing it over. Yeah, he was able to finally reach that 20 mark. And pretty impressive to hold their heads and keep a cool mind and push towards the way to the victory for Aphelion right there.
What did I just witness? My guy Jim drops a 20 piece in search and destroy of all maps. Meltdown. Woo! We got plenty of action going on here. We got a domination. What map is that, Gil?
For the third map, it would be on firing range. Domination on firing range.
Man, dude, I am sweating just watching this matchup. I'm going to need to put some extra deodorant on next matchup because Jim getting it hot and spicy over here, making your boy sit on the edge of his seat. This game turned out to be one for the books. I have to say, they were down 4-1. They lost one round in the attacking side, and they just never looked back. They were on the brink of elimination after, what was the score, 2-5? Jim coming through in the clutch for this Aphelion roster, and Aphelion coming through in the clutch for him, as we saw that last round go the way that it should have went for them, if you ask me. If it should have had, a lot better a whole where Elevate went wrong was, in my opinion, and you can agree or disagree with me, Gil, on this one, but them going towards B on the attacking side was just not it.
Yeah, I feel like they might have having that same thought that you had right there. Maybe they thought that Aphelion were gonna try to defend A, as that was what was working for them throughout most of their attacking side of the match, and trying to go for the sneaky play was not the move because Aphelion was actually ready for them to go B and ended up playing on the back foot for them.
Absolutely, that ended up backfiring super hard for the side of Elevate. If you were Elevate, you've been planting. You got 4 rounds off the rip, and I think all 4 of them were A bomb plants, maybe 1 B bomb plant. Is that right?
I think so. Yeah, they only tried to go once and it didn't work out. So going twice and most important round number 11, I definitely agree with you, thinking that it was probably not the move.
Yeah, definitely not the move in my opinion, if you ask me. But with that being said, Jesus, Jim. What is going on, my guy? Jim popping off in that game, just absolutely dominating everybody. He made a search and destroy game appear to be absolutely, that was great content, if you ask me, guys. I got a majority of my clips that I'll get today, from that matchup. Jim just absolutely phenomenal. We're going to see a game number 3 here, domination on firing range. And we're gonna see what are your opinions, chat. We got to know. You have AE coming in, taking this from behind here. Is it going to be a game 3 win for them, or is Elevate, who showed a lot of dominance in the first game of the series in that hard point, just absolute complete map control, if you ask me, absolute outslaying, pretty much everybody on the side of Aphelion. It just did not look like Aphelions day in that hard point. That matchup of the search and destroy. Definitely can give a team momentum, so I need to hear from you, chat. What do you guys think, AE or Elevate? Also want to hear from you, Gil, as we are readied up. We should be ready to go into game number 3 here. Whatever we're ready, go ahead and start it up, my guys. Gil, what do you think?
I mean, what I'm more interested to see is if, of course, I haven't seen like all the games yet coming out of Aphelion, but for Jim specifically, he's been, of course, using that shotgun both these games, and moving forward to firing range. I'm not sure if he's gonna continue. Like, of course, there's plenty of places where you can hide and sneak from, getting those short distances for you. But I wanted to ask you: do you think that Jim will go again with a shotty or move to something different?
You know what? That's a great question. That's a valid point. Jim is also a sniper main, so he might snipe this game. I've seen him play search or domination rather on this map, in particular with a sniper. So it would not be out of the picture to see him snipe. As a matter of fact, a couple weeks back when they scrimmed Tribe, we actually saw them play against each other, and the ping was just unbearable for both teams at points. But yeah, I've seen him snipe against Tribe, and he did fairly well against them, even with bad ping. So I wouldn't be surprised to see him snipe here. I'm getting asked if we're ready. We're ready to rock and roll. Let's go, guys. I'm ready for this game 3. How about you, chat? You guys ready for a game 3? We got it.
Yeah, I'm also ready for it. And as you mentioned that he is also a sniper main, of course those top wood and metal area can be pretty clutch for a sniper, taking control of both your own flag and potentially helping your team defend or get that V flag as well. So yeah, coming from Jim, maybe that's what he'll be using, and if not, I'm interested to see what that might be. As we move forward, we're gonna start the game, and no one is pushing, at least not just yet onto B. Yeah, it seems to be Aphelion, the one with the initiative right there. They're picking up a couple of kills themselves.
And you called it, my guy. Interested to see what Jim uses. He's pulling out the BY this game. He is going to get inside a trailer. We saw him almost get taken out at that B push. And Elevate playing absolutely disrespectful, my guy. Full send to B. 3 players. They get taken out. But A and B are going to be held by the side of Aphelion now, as we got a double cap. Almost a triple cap if Jim would have been able to stay alive. He was not able to do so. He gets a hit marker on Yaya. Yaya able to turn around and slap Jim back. And we're going to see Yaya be taken out by Saturn's there. So, so far so good for the side of Aphelion. Elevate started off a bit strong, but that initial B push might come back to haunt them. That is quite all right. That BY is giving Jim a little bit of a hit marker issue. He is able to pick up his third, I'm sorry, but is immediately going to be taken out. So yeah, that shoddy option, it may not be the move. If you ask me, he might opt to switch out at some point in the game. If I'm him, I'm definitely going to make the move, because in this particular map, you called it earlier when you said this map is interesting when it comes to shotguns. You can find yourself in a position to exploit the short range option, but a majority of the map is open. You know, you're going to be, a lane that's going to be coming in from B on both sides is pretty lengthy, if you ask me. If they're coming from that bottom of firing range area, you're definitely going to have a little bit of trouble taking on some people.
Yeah, and as we can see that Elevate takes A and Aphelion moves towards C. They still maintain control with that B flag, and that's pretty key in here. Of course, like you mentioned at first, with that push from Elevate, it costing them nearly getting a triple cap. Fortunately for them, I think it was Jim pushing towards that third flag, got taken down halfway there. But if they would have gotten that triple cap, that would have been really huge for them. And moving forward, I'm sure that Elevate is gonna think the way through when they start in round number 2. As we can see that Aphelion is already with a 20 points advantage in their hands right there.
Yeah, they haven't lost B since they gathered it, so that is a absolute marvel for them. They're gonna have a triple cap in play as we see Saturn's just absolutely balling on these guys. C is protected. A is gonna be given back to the side of Elevate. So Aphelion coming in, flexing their muscles there, gets the triple cap, and Saturn's just extending his KD there. He picks up his 13th, ultimately going to be taken out. So now we're going to see the flip of the double cap, and it's going to go in favor of Elevate. Elevate looking to reverse triple. They might be able to make their move on to B now, as Aphelion and team are struggling to get any kind of traction coming from their side. They're going to get A. I'm not sure where the disconnect for Elevate was, though. B was just wide open, if you ask me. Multiple players for the side of Aphelion down. They should have struck while the kettle was hot. They obviously did not make much of that particular push, and that might come back to haunt them as this round is up for being over. We're about maybe 9 points out, resulting in maybe about 15 seconds gameplay, maybe, if that. We're to see Sammy picking up some kills there as he's up to what looks like, where is Sammy at? Sammy's up to double digits now too, so Jim in a tough spot. He opts to keep the shoddy in play, which in my opinion might be a bad move, and the triple cap and the well-placed cluster strike will allow for the side of Elevate to come through and hold a bit of this time in order to get it back. C is half cap, but is not going to be. Will it be? I don't know. Ghoul is the last remaining player. No, they might be able to make up some ground here. This is devastating.
This is huge. Like, they are triple capping, and with a single more point remaining, I'm sure that Aphelion is just mad at what's going on right here, not being able to get any control over the map. We noticed how Elevate was struggling to maintain control, and as we moved forward for the end of that round, it was about 30 or 40 points. This advantage ended up only being 15, so really well played from Elevate at the end of this round.
Oh, absolutely. Elevate coming back, unable to get that double cap when Aphelion was down, but making the absolute most well-strategized play by them as the triple cap comes into effect. We're going to see Ghoul and Team Aphelion playing very aggressive, getting a quick B cap, but they are going to be completely wiped. And 3 players are going to be down. This might make for a good B cap for the side of Elevate. Elevate in good position. Going to be pushed out by a very well placed grenade, but that isn't going to take effect here. But we see Toby get his clutch Predator missile here. They are going to be able to cap B, and a triple cap might be evident. If I'm Jim, dude, I got to get out of there with the shoddy. The shoddy's just not doing it for him. It did it very well in the Search and Destroy matchup. I get that, but if you are Jim, dude, you got to do a little bit more for your team. You got to be a little more versatile in this particular aspect. If the shoddy works for you, continue to use it. But at this particular point in the game, I feel like he needs to opt to choose another gun. It's just not cutting. It's not cutting it loose. He's double negative. He's actually +3 on the double negative, so he's double negative and then 3. Got to think that he has to have another loadout that he could potentially use here.
Yeah, and of course in these kind of games it's always important for you to try and play with your comfortable weapon, the one that you like the most playing with. But for particularly in a shotgun, of course, like, you know, there's a downside when using it, and if you know it's a map like this one, maybe you should try to move ahead into something else. And right there, Jim picks up a double kill, finally get onto double digits, being the last one in the game. And like you mentioned, he needs to put on some more health for his allies. But he keeps on, he knows that he can do it, and he's going to continue trying. Let's see if he can, at the end, maybe redeem himself or his teammates who, for example, Ghoul already over 20 kills himself, doing an amazing job so far this game. As we can see, maybe a triple cap from Aphelion, therefore unfortunately get taken down by that Predator, but pretty good gameplay coming out of Aphelion. But Jim, I'm just not sure about the shotgun. I think he's gonna actually start playing with a Rust right there, getting taken down, but still not sure.
Yeah, we're gonna see a attempt for a double cap to come back and play for the side of Aphelion, and it looks like the side of Elevate just playing it oh too well. The shoddy is going to be opted to use here still. He's going to pick up a hit marker. That is going to be the devastation. Picks up 2. Picks up 3, maybe. He does after a few hit markers due to the fact that, he was out of range and the BY just not hitting the way it should. We're going to see a single cap still for the side of Aphelion, and Elevate going to extend that 6-point lead and just continue to expose this Aphelion roster here. C is going to be capped. But at what cost? A is actually going to be expensed halfway there. We're going to see a little bit of help for the side of Toby. B is in fear of being capped, but C is definitely going to be capped by the side of Elevate. So we're going to have to see Aphelion bounce back and get a trip or a B cap at least. And Elevate coming in, executing another well thought out strategy as we see the domination looks pretty pretty close, but let's just be completely honest. This Elevate team came back with that triple cap towards the end of round 1, and they have not looked back, dude. They have just been completely outplaying these guys and outslaying them at every point, if you ask me. Spy is going to go in for the triple cap, and it might come through as I am looking at the map. C is nowhere near in sight of being capped. A is going to be defended, so a single cap is going to occur for both teams trading A and C. The side of Aphelion are going to have to get a double cap in at least to contest, and it's just not looking too good. Saturn's Ghoul and Toby slaying out. Slayer and Jim back there holding the rear up, and we're going to see Elevate potentially take this game and series if they're able to do so. It appears, though, that B is going to remain in the hands of Elevate. Elevate coming back very strong in this matchup, holding their own weight. They lost to Search and Destroy, which was ultimately a choke, if you ask me, and my guys just absolutely balling out this game as it comes to an end. 200 to 175. That's going to be the closing point of this matchup and give Elevate the 10 points they need to extend their lead, ultimately extending their lead in Division 1 just ever so much more. Jim and Aphelion, GG's to you guys. We'll take a look at scorecard. Toby putting in work, dude. Go ahead.
Yeah, definitely. Before and after coming out of Elevate on the first round, they did not look back when they were losing, and pretty clutch for them. Even though that Aphelion made a really solid push at first, getting control over C and the B flag. At the same time, nearly Elevated came in stronger than they ever were, and like you mentioned, they choked on the second game, but on the third one they wanted to take it home, and they just did.
Absolutely. I have to say that third game was a bit of a toss-up to begin with, but you got to believe that Jim tried his best to make it happen with the shotgun, just not able to come through. As we can see, he almost goes double negative with the shotty. Slayer right there in front of him, 18 to 28. Slayer opting to play the OBJ role, gets 12 captures as we look at the side of Elevate. Elevate just did a very well-rounded job here. We look at the scorecard. It looks pretty balanced as far as caps go. 8, 9, 6, 8, 6. It's pretty even. Rather, it's nothing too drastic. It's nothing too shy of what you expect from a well-rounded scorecard. 31 and 22 for my guy Sammy. Sammy putting in work, as well as Spy coming through. Spy having a great game this particular one, and the first game of the series, as well as Yaya coming through in the clutch there too. All around, Elevate did a very good job in the hard point. I have to say, they dominated those guys in the hard point. It wasn't even close, my guys. The hard point was just all Elevate. Map control, transitions, gun skill, just absolutely outshining in every particular department. Aphelion came through in the clutch for us, and the Search or Destroy coming back, pushing us to this game 3. But that 25-point deficit was more than, it was more than what we see to the eye. So that triple cap towards the end of the first half just absolutely, you got to think that had to eat at Aphelion. With that being said, we are going to push up to our next game in the series. But before we do, we're going to go ahead and take a short break. So, guys, don't go anywhere. We'll be back with some more action. We'll let you see these next matchups here shortly. So, be back here shortly. Don't go anywhere, my guys.
cold at the touch, dead in the eyes, no signs of life no more.
And we are back live. As you can see from the next matchup, we're going to have Kings taking on Trisium Sinks. Now, this matchup, guys, as much as it seems just like another game in the series for today, it's definitely not that. This is a very, very important matchup as far as standings for Division 1 go. We'll go a little bit more into details on that later. But for now, we're going to go ahead and take a look at the series as a whole. And what can you tell me about some of these map rotations and bans, Gil?
Well, first of all, once again, it's going to be, as per usual, Hardpoint, but this time on Hackney Yard. That would be game number 1. Moving forward, game number 2, it is Search and Destroy on Standoff, and if needed, we would jump over on a Domination game on Raid. That is going to be the 3 games that potentially we'll be watching. Coming out of the map bans, coming from the side of Kings, is Hardpoint on Scrapeyard, while Trisium is going to ban that Search and Destroy on Crossfire. And for weapons, something really interesting, no, we're not going to see an ASM-10 ban. It's actually going to be Kings with a Chopper ban, and Trisium with the DRH being banned on this game.
Yeah, another, is the ASM-10 just not in anymore? Did I miss something? Was there a shadow nerf? Was there an update that, you know, rendered the ASM-10 just absolutely useless? Because as of right now, I'm not seeing anybody banning it, and I don't see anybody using it. Talk to me, Gil.
Yeah, pretty interesting to see that. It's like this, like you mentioned, second game in a row is something that we might not see that often. And even though, like, for example, last match, it was not banned, there was not too many used out of it. Let's see if in this one specifically is going to be the same story, or maybe we might see something different.
Absolutely. So we're going to go ahead and get started up into the action. As you said it, we're going to have a Hardpoint on Hackney Yard. One of the newer maps in the rotation. I absolutely love this map for Hardpoint. Domination, not so much. I feel like it's a little lopsided in my opinion, but Hardpoint, Hackney Yard is exactly where it's at.
Yeah, a lot of points rotations, and not heavily. You can get the respawn advantage, but on this map specifically, with so many points to be taken care of, it's something that you gotta keep in mind as well while playing on this map specifically for Hardpoint.
Absolutely, and as we say that, another thing that I need to point out too, nobody opting to ban the KRM or any shotgun at that point. I guess they're just gonna let Grizz run wild. And if you haven't seen Grizz use a gun or a shotgun at all, dude, you're in for a treat, my guy. As I say that, he picks up a triple, almost a quad.
Ooh, that was really close.
He almost got that
just
4-piece.
As you mentioned. Yeah, just as you mentioned, Grease with that triple piece out of the Hardpoint. Unfortunately for him, could not pick up the last one, but right there he's picking up the first. And with 4 kills himself, not being able to take control of the Hardpoint, but showing off his skills right at the bat.
Absolutely, and my guy Grizz getting some kills early on, but that is not going to lead or translate to any kind of point lead for the side of Kings, as we see them in an early hole that they need to dig themselves out of. And I'm going to go ahead and tell you, this matchup in particular is extremely important for Kings right now, because as of right now, if they win the next 2 games, this game and the next, they're going to find themselves in first place in the division uncontested. But even if they win 2 games and lose 1, if this series goes to a game 3, they're still going to find themselves in a first place position. And I'll tell you why, because as of right now, they're in second place with Tragic. Well, actually, Tragic is technically in first place now, because Tragic off-stream events led them to taking 10 points for themselves. So they have first place position. But if Kings is able to get a 2 wins at least, winning the series, regardless if it's a 2-1 or a 2-0, they're going to find themselves in first place, because they've actually beaten Aphelion, we watched last Thursday, and they've also beaten Tragic, formerly known as White Dragon. So they got to get past this team first in order to find themselves in the first place position. But as of right now, 140 to 140, both of your points leaders for the side of Division 1 in Tragic and Aphelion, even if they go 2-1 here, they could find themselves in a first place position, which could be great as we end near the end of the season.
Yeah, and as you mentioned, it all comes down to the how they play these couple of games for Kings. It's in their hands to be able to take on to that first position, and they even put on even more pressure that it's already on the shoulders of Aphelion after losing that last game.
Absolutely.
Losing that matchup. But even not talking about that, actually talking about the game itself, they're actually gonna start off losing, and even though game control of the hard points, that one specifically can be like switched up pretty quickly. Just as I say so, it seems to be going 1 second for Trisium, 1 second for Kings. I feel like this hard point, this point specifically, is kind of similar to what you might see in a way on Clash on the P number 1. Basically, because of how exposed you can be from so many directions, that maybe you may not get the most out of it if you're actually pushing actively for it.
Absolutely, I have to agree with you on that one. And with that being said, the point is going to be held at the moment for Kings, but I could see that changing back up as I see this Trisium Sinks roster play a little more unified than I have in the past. I've made a lot of comments about this roster being very great with the potential that they have. We went into a long, in-depth conversation on stream and off stream, but this Trisium Sinks roster is definitely unique and special, and it's on. We are seeing them play this particular map, and in this particular game mode, in the past, they were actually playing it extremely well right now. And I know this is just the very beginning of the matchup, as we're only seeing about 4 points here, but they're setting up proper for P5. They had a pretty decent P4 hold. P2 was all them, as well as P1. So this is looking a lot like Christmas if you're Trisium Sinks. You just got to keep this same momentum going throughout the game. Raymond is actually popping off right now. He's got 16 kills for his team. We see Grizz switching to the HS shotgun, and he's able to put up multiple digits for his team first for his team. Now he's going to be taken out of the point by Ramon, but Ramon is actually going to be traded by Head for Death. Head for Death is also going to go down too. So a lot of back and forth. Trisium Sinks is going to maintain the point. So this is going to give them the lead that they need to move forward as the points reset, and they are going to go up big as those point resets go through, giving them a lot of momentum in this P1 transition. So 20 seconds left to remain in the point, and we're going to see an 80-point deficit finally start to be contested, but go back to the side of Trisium Sinks. So, and again, back to Kings. So a lot of back and forth on those last final seconds. Obviously, Kings don't want to find themselves in a position to go down any further than they already have. If you're Kings, what do you do differently here, Gil?
I wouldn't be able to tell. Like, the dominance from Trisium seems pretty impeccable, as we can see that they are about to take them out once again. Unfortunately, and it's not been the case. Deja picks up a couple of kills, and finally taking use of that ASM-10 actually. We were talking about it earlier, and it seems like Deja is definitely still feel comfortable playing with this ASM-10. And also something to mention, even though Grease was using the shotgun, he's actually not the only one. He's also using that HS-2126, and even though not like being the highest fragger, he's definitely doing a solid job getting kills right now using the Annihilator, picking up for his side, for his name. And feels like actually Kings held control of that P number 1 pretty solid. And now that we're about to move on to P number 2, let's see if they can move that advantage over onto the next one.
They're going to have to get spawns first, as I see Trisium opting to stop contesting P1, ultimately setting up in the tire shop. This could make for the lead that they need to extend here, as it opened up for shops, and I don't see anybody from the Kings rotating in properly here, so they're probably going to have the first 15 seconds completely uncontested before the trades start being made, and anybody for the side of Kings is even remotely in the area. So Hypnos I always see this guy use that pop shotgun. That's something that I'm not a big fan of, but it seems to work for him. When he is on, he is able to put in a tremendous amount of time in the hard point. We're going to see him rack up plenty of time here, uncontested. He's going to be taken out, though, by Narks. Narks coming through with the big three-piece with the Annihilator, getting the break. This could be the momentum shift that Kings needs to take advantage of and ultimately close the gap that they found themselves in. They're only going to be able to close it to about 10 as we move into the P3 rotations. And this is an unpredictable area of the map if we've talked about here recently. P3 being out in the wide open. I feel like it's the head glitches offer a better vantage for the point. With that being said, it's still exposed in as far as many areas of placement for people to take shots on you. But the head glitches there are super OP if you can make good use of them. Narc's going to get his sentry gun up top of this office building, right where P4 is going to be at. He's going to use his Predator missile, but is going to be denied. But Grizz, finally in his group, picks up a 4-piece as Grizz is up to 27 kills. Do not let this man get on the roll. They already have. They are going to get the point, and it looks like they might go uncontested here, too, as P3 is about 25 seconds left. They're going to be able to close the gap, and not only that, take the lead if Grizz is able to maintain this P3 point. And it appears as though Hypnos and Team Trizium are going to opt to take setup in P4, but they're going to have a little bit of work cut out for them as we've got 3 other players for the side of Kings right on the side of the door there, pushing in. They're going to push in and get the point. But Grizz with War Machine in hand might be able to come back. Uranus going to get Grizz, take him out there as Grizz is up to 28 kills. His Predator missile is not going to be able to penetrate that building. However, we are going to see Trizium Sinks be able to hold the point and control of P4 here as it's rotating in. 15 seconds in, Goliath in the hands of Ramon, who is absolutely fragging and frying these guys. He's up to 28 kills. This might be game if Kings can't come in there and contest that Goliath.
Yeah, that Goliath pretty clutch for the side of Trizium. And like you mentioned, they were preparing for the next point. They knew that they, if defend properly, could win the game with a single more point right there, and that's what they're doing exactly. They are 10 points away from victory, as we see Ramon picking up a couple of kills right there with the Goliath.
Absolutely abusing these guys with the Goliath. We're finally going to see a little bit of contention, but that is not going to matter. We're going to see the Goliath is taken out!
1 point.
1 point is all that is needed for Trizium. Trizium has the setup for P5, though. This could be it for the side of Kings. We're going to see Narcs be taken out. Grizz is going to push in. He knows they only need 1 point. Hypnos coming through with the clutch with a pop. Shoddy, Head for Death is going to be in contesting. Deja's going to give him a little bit of help there. Deja's going to be the last one left on the point. Spawns are going to be in favor of Trizium, and Trizium are going to be able to get in and take out the last player, giving them game 1.
That is going to be a clutch ending for the side of Trizium. Kings doing an amazing job at getting that clutch kill at the end and trying to rotate towards the next one. But unfortunately, that prolongated fight ended up in the favor of Trizium, and with a single more point needed for the victory, that was just the game over for them.
Absolutely. I'm taking a look at the scorecard, and my guy Hypnos put in 3 minutes and 5 seconds. I called it. This dude is OP in the OBJ. He did a lot better than I expected him in the KD ratio. Usually he's right at double digits, not nearly as many kills as he has right here. But this game, he just absolutely found his groove with that pop-up. Picking up some clutch kills towards the end. What a game. Trizium Sinks, by far, one of the most underrated teams in this EU comp scene that I have to say. And I will give them props where props is due. They played extremely well in that hard point. And Kings making a last-minute effort to go into the point, almost making it happen, but they allowed that Goliath in P4 to just absolutely dominate them in the aspects of that bottom office building. And, I mean, what can you do in a point like that? Let's be honest. That Goliath was just OP. It was like it was on steroids in there, taking people out, taking shots. It was pretty much half HP for the remainder of the last 20 seconds of the hard point before Kings was able to get in and contest. I mean, you got to expect those points to rack up when that Goliath is just completely covered here.
Yeah, that Goliath was in a really solid spot because like there's only a couple of places for enemies to go through, and with your allies covering up the others, it's just up for you to watch at the door and make sure no one gets in. That's exactly what he did until he got killed, unfortunately, at the end. But he already made his job, getting more than, I think it was like 20 or 30 points they got onto that single hard point.
Absolutely. That was a clutch play by my guy Ramon, who puts 34 on this very stacked Kings roster. Head for Death, Narcs, Grizz, all admirable performances, as well as Inferno Deja, all making that attempt to get into the point towards the last second. But when you find yourself in a position like that, you got to know that devastation is going to occur. Ramon and Team Trizium Sinks playing that hard point probably better than I've ever seen them play ever, to be honest with you. So Trizium Sinks playing up to their potential. We are going to get ready for a game 2. It's going to be a search and destroy on what match or what map, Gil?
It is going to be search and destroy on standoff. Standoff, a pretty interesting map for S&D. Like, there's plenty of different options for teams to play with, both defensively and offensively. So I'm interested to see how these teams are going to work the way through it.
Absolutely. So the search or destroy matchup, we're going to see Trizium Sinks on the attacking side first. Be interested to see how they play it out. I have to say on this map in particular, I've seen teams play the attacking side very well, but in my opinion, I just feel like the defending side is just, you know, you're able to take your time with your setups. You can play however you want. The attacking side has to set the tone in order for you to make a move. So unless Trizium comes in super aggressive, Kings has plenty of time to make their moves and determine what the game flow is. You know, but with that momentum that Trizium just racked up from the last end of that game, you got to assume they're going to be pushing and aggressive. So a quick A push for the side of Trizium Sinks might occur on this first round matchup. So yeah, I you know, it's going to be close to call. I think one of these teams is going to take this matchup. I don't think we're going to see a round 11 here. So I'll make that assumption. I won't, you know, curse anybody with my caster curse, as you see me be completely wrong on multiple occasions, especially here on the EU comp scene. So I'm not going to curse any of these teams. But if Gil, go ahead. What kind of bold prediction do you have for us?
I mean, for example, like, as you mentioned, Grease, an amazing shotgun player, and now being on standoff, even though it's search and destroy, if he decides to use it and be a little bit more aggressive, independently on which side he might be, could be like the key point for the team of Kings. So I'm interested to see how Grease does, and I do believe that if Grease does a great job in this match, that could be the victory for Kings on this game number 2.
So you heard it here first. We are going to be ready to start up on this matchup as soon as everybody readies up and submits their screenshots for verification. I have to think that, you know, with the clout that Kings brings into this game, they're gonna find themselves in a position of bouncing back quickly. So I have to say, Kings, dude, if you're out there, you're listening to me, find your groove early. Don't wait too late. Make conservative, smart moves, and you'll win this game. But if you're Sinks and you want to continue that momentum, push aggressively this first round. See how it goes. Try something new. If that is it, we you know, we'll see just 2 games in this matchup if Trizium Sinks is able to keep that same momentum. They definitely have the gun skill to make aggressive pushes. As I've seen, you know, in recent games past, these guys know how to slay out. They just have to find their right groove, and if a Kings allows them to continue with their momentum, could be some devastation. It could be them missing out on a first place potential here as I'm looking at the standings here. It's just I'll show that to you guys a little later on, but it's very interesting to see how you know, close it's going to be in that Division 1 standings. And Elevate extending their lead to 140 points now. They are just absolutely owning that division on the second division. So The right side of the bracket is just looking completely lopsided, if you ask me. What was the hard point score? Was it close? It was super close. It was 250 to 220. And I did not mean to cut you off there. Yeah, what were you saying?
No, I was just about to mention that same thing, that it was actually a super clutch game. But moving forward towards a game of S&D, I also wanted to ask you, specifically on stand-up, do you think that we're going to see like some sniper plays right here, maybe only by a couple of players, or like it's going to be the dominant weapon that we see?
We're definitely going to see.
That we see.
We're definitely going to see Narc snipe here. Narc is a sniper main. For the side of Trizium, it's a tough call. I've seen multiple people snipe, but I've also seen multiple people just use ARs and utility weapons. But Narcs is definitely going to snipe. You might see Inferno sniping. Grizz is definitely going to shoddy. Head for Death is either going to SMG or AR here. Deja, that's a wild card. You might see Deja snipe. You might see Deja AR here. Be interested to see what guns they use. At any rate, I'm ready to get this thing started. So, guys, if you're ready to go, we can go ahead and jump right into the action. Go ahead and spam that start button. Trying to figure out if we can get some access into some VZs, some voice chats later on. I'd be interested. You guys want to see Aphelion versus Bunker Esports, and you want to jump in that VC? Let me know in chat. We are always looking to jump into someone's voice chat. I just need to get some permission from their teams. Fantas, if you're out there, go ahead and spam that start button. Let's get ready to rock and roll, my guy.
Yeah, and like you mentioned, I would like to see that sniper gameplay. It's of course something that it's really interesting to see, because if played properly, you can just do a lot of work for your teammates. And moving forward to this game with a team of Trisam being the first side on the offensive side of the game, are you expecting them to play an aggressive matter, or also like go for like the waiting game?
You talking about Trizium?
Trizium, yes.
I expect them. This is if they want to continue with that momentum, I expect them to push aggressively into this first round. If it doesn't pan out, that's quite all right. You could regain your momentum and play a little more conservatively, see if picks work out for you. But in order to actually establish that momentum change and that momentum pushing into this this next game, we gotta see an aggressive push from the side of Trizium. But who knows? Trizium might play a conservative, might pan out for them, and they might be able to just continue to let these guys, eat it out of the palm of their hands and just take it from them like that. So if Trizium is able to set up properly in the conservative game, that might lead to them to keeping that momentum. But I have to think, like, you got a lot of push from that last hardpoint game. That is a high that you got to ride in on. You got to push into this hardpoint or this search and destroy match with that same kind of energy. So if they come out and, we'll say hypothetically punch, Kings in the jaw here with a first round push to A, that might set Kings back, and that might make them play a little desperately in this search and destroy matchup. So we're going to see this matchup as soon as everybody's ready. Not all teams are ready. They are ready now. We're going to go ahead and get readied up in the lobby and jump straight into the action as everything has been verified. We are good to rock and roll, chat. What do you guys think? You think that you guys got Trizium, or do you have Kings? The well-vetted Kings roster coming through, dropping that first game. You think they're going to be able to come back and clutch it up here in the second? Let me know what you think.
Defend the objective. The enemy has the
And as we start, we're gonna try to figure out what the strategies of these teams might be, as we see Trizium starting to rotate towards that side of the gas station. And while in the meantime, looking through the map, the side of Kings is still playing pretty defensively themselves.
We're seeing Kings go down. Oh, Narcs picks up a nice shot on Naples. Naples, the opposite sniper, as well as Ragox. Naples and Ragox sniping for the side of Trizium. And Narcs and Inferno, just as I called it, are going to be the snipers for the side of Kings. Now, one thing I'm noticing here, Head for Death, who's usually like an SMG main, is going to use the HVK. So that is going to be an interesting setup as we see Deja using the RUS. Deja and Team Kings have a one-man advantage, and Trizium Sinks opting to rotate back to this A side of things as they made an attempt to go through Grannies and into Delhi area, but were shut down by the likes of Narcs and Deja. Narcs is going to be taken out by Uranus. Uranus is going to pick up a second frag as he sets up for this bomb plant. He's going to recover inside of this bunker, or not bunker, but cubby part of the map. Inferno is going to take out Uranus, so it's going to be a 2v3 now as Deja, Head for Death, and Inferno going to be the last players. And I say that Deja is going to go down to Ragox, so we're going to have a 2v2. Inferno, Head for Death, one Sniper, one AR, going to be the last two players for Kings as bomb is down at the A bomb site, and no one has picked it up yet.
Yeah, they were unfortunately trying to plant that bomb and got taken down early. As we can see, Ramon and Reagan rotate, maybe destroying their enemies, and it seems to be working as we see head-to-head trying to push towards that side. And, oh, I didn't look at the timer. It seems like time is going to run out. That's going to be round number 1 for Kings.
That is going to be round number 1. Time is always your enemy when you're on the attacking side. You got to think that a better timing strategy has to come in place. Ragox pushed to get the bomb last second, making that rotation over to B, just not setting up properly and runs out of time. Here's that aggressive A push that I was talking about. This is going to come into play full effect here. Ramon pushing into no man's land, though, as he peeks outside of this little hay bale, little defensive area. Bomb is going to go down. Radic is going to be taken out by Grizz. So Grizz not taken out early. As I say, that enables us to get the refrag. And we're going to have a 2v4 now as we see Uranus take out one, get absolutely obliterated by Head for Death. And Head for Death is going to get the defuse. The second round is going to go again in favor of Kings.
Nice work. Get ready for the next round.
Yeah, they ended up getting the life away from Trizium's players really quickly once they've already planted the bomb. Unfortunately, that was not a proper defense of that bomb. It was already planted right there.
Trizium opting to play a little more conservative. I see the bomb carrier absolutely 100% on site, though, as Uranus gets the trophy down, and a quick plant might come into play. Ramon and Narcs are going to make some trades. Grizz going to be taken out by Ramon, and we're going to see Radic be taken out as well. So, you know, a great bomb push solo by Uranus is going to pan out as they didn't want too many people on the site actually conflicting with the bomb plant. So, Narcs is going to be taken out by Naples, and Naples is going to be traded by Head for Death. So, we got a 2v2 assuming, and we see Ramon taking out Deja. Uranus takes some shots onto Head for Death. And we're going to see Trizium finally get on the board with their first round of this Search and Destroy being down 2-1.
Destroy the objective.
Yeah, and as we move forward for round number 4, it seems that it worked out for the team of Trizium Sinks to go towards that A side. Probably not going to work again because we can see that King, they're going to start defending a bit more cautiously, that as we see head-to-head picking up a kill himself, and surely after getting taken down by Narcs with that sniper. And as you mentioned, Narcs with that sniper doing a we're in round number 4, and he picks up the 4th one onto Nepal's, putting up his team with a one-man advantage over Trizium right there.
Yeah, he's going to be finding himself in no man's land as he is surrounded by 2 of the last remaining players for the side of Trizium. Going to rotate into some safety here as Ramon is creeping right outside of this barnyard of the map. Now, I noticed you said something. Was it Kings that made an aggressive A push there?
No, it was Trizium.
Trizium, okay.
This time it was them defending, yeah.
Okay, gotcha. So Kings opting to push in aggressively, and I'm seeing Trizium retreating back now. The bomb is down. We're going to see Raymond be taken out as Radic picks up the bomb. So we're going to have a 1v3 ensuing, and Grizz pushing up aggressively, gets the kill. Ultimately, that A defense played out very well for the side of Kings, and Kings is going to yet again take another round. So is it safe to assume that they push that A side again? They're going to shut Trizium out of that A push?
Sorry, say that again.
So you think it'd be safe? I saw a 3-man push by the side of Kings that round onto the A side, and it worked out well. They're not doing that this round yet.
Yeah, they maybe thought that Tritium was not gonna do that move again, because even though if done properly, it can be a huge advantage for the offensive side. If the defense are made up properly coming out of Kings, it would be bad news for them, as we can see that nearly everyone coming out of the side of Tritium gets taken down. Now Ramon, the only one alive, playing with that Fennec in a 1v4 situation. He's gonna start trying to defend that himself, entering that building on the gas station, but ends up getting taken down by Deja at the end.
Absolutely. So we're gonna see Kings take yet another round on the defending side as spawns are going to flip. We're going to see Kings finally on the attacking side. They might play this a little conservative, and as I assume, yes, they are. They're going to get some nades out. Narcs is going to play for some information. We're going to see what he is taking a look at here as he's aggressively on this statue tank side of things. He spots one in Uranus, and that's a terrible thing. I hate that name. That name is just such a foul thing to say. That being said, it is kind of funny. So Narc's going to push in, take out Radic with that pistol. Bomb is going to be in great position to be planted. However, Deja is going to opt to push up and regain a little bit of time and health as he goes inside of this cubby. Yet again, Narc is going to go down from Uranus's nade. So we're going to have a 4v2 ensue here, and Tritium Sinks holds all the marbles here as they have a 2-man advantage.
Yeah, and moving forward, we can see Deja holding the bomb and pushing forward, getting a double piece. And even though they were in a 4v2, I believe it was, they gained control for a second, but that snipe from Deja gonna end up with his hopes of picking up another round, making it a 4-2. Still in favor of Kings, but Tritium just showing that they can still gain control at any moment.
Absolutely. They didn't have a very good attacking strategy. The defense seems to be a lot better for this Tritium team. We're going to see Grizz pushing in aggressively. Grizz takes one, gets traded. Deja takes out Radic, so it's a 4v3 now as 2 players for 3 players now, as I say that, as Ragax is taken down by Narc. Nepal's setting up proper inside of that little cubby of the deli area, takes out Narcs. And we're going to have a 3v2 still. The man advantage is going to be in favor of the Kings roster. 30 seconds left on the clock. We're going to see Nepal's taking some... Oh, my God. What a wallbang.
It was solely a hit marker. So close to finding a frag right there. That's what happens when you know, like, the limits of your own weapon, knowing that you can go through a couple of walls with that locus. And as we see Uranus being the only man alive coming out of Tritium, let's see what he can do as he starts engaging against Inferno, hiding behind those boxes area.
Yeah, that's going to be a round right there. That's ultimately playing time. Playing that box egg glitch was just absolutely OP. Uranus opting to pick up the sniper, not able to land a single shot. Going to be taken out, and that is going to give Kings the 5-2 advantage. That was something else, though, with the Locust wallbang, though, right?
Yeah, like it was a hit marker, but it could have pretty much been a kill as well, and I would have lost my mind if I'm being honest. It was super close to finding that kill, as we can see Nepal's picking up a frag with first with a grenade, then with the sniper itself. And wow, it was a pretty quick round coming out of Tritium, with only Nox being the only left remaining player on King's side.
Yeah, Narcs is going to find himself in a very peculiar position. Ramon is actually going to push up with that Fennec and just absolutely wear him out. The round is going to go to Tritium Sinks, and we're going to go to a 9th round of the Search and Destroy. Tritium on the brink of elimination here in this game, but we will see a game 3 if they lose. So Tritium Sinks obviously wants to get these 20 points. They're going to have to come back here being down by nearly... Oh my God, did you see the nades coming in for... the side of Kings? Kings was just heavily naded. It looked like a scene from... You ever see that movie 300?
Yeah.
With all the arrows coming down, it was just like it filled the sky, just absolutely black. There was like 12 nades coming in at the same time. I could just assume everybody just made their way back. It was just absolutely crazy to watch. Naples is going to be setting up on this tractor side of the A-bomb side. He's going to be weak Naples going to be taken out by Grizz. Deja going to get the refrag, as well as Raymond. Radic going to take out Deja. Radic's going to take out Grizz. Narcs and Head for Death are going to be the last two players for Kings, as the bomb is in no man's land right outside of this barrel side of A. We're going to see Radic go down.
Finish the mission.
Radic in a 1v1 situation against Narcs. Narcs with a sniper. Radic with a QQ9. Let's see who beat both these players.
Oh!
Radic even aware of where the bomb is, but Narcs with yet another hit marker right there begins to push against Radic. Let's see what he decides to do as he's about to pick up the... Ooh, he gets a second hit marker onto him. Finally takes out the pistol, picks up the frag, 6 and 3. This is going to tie things, and we are going for the second time of the day to a game number 3.
As we just said, we're going to have a Game 3 in our life yet again in the second matchup of today's series. Grizz and Team Kings coming out on top on the Search and Destroy. Taking it pretty easily. As I predicted, one of these teams is going to win, and we weren't going to see a round 11. We did not see a round 11. It wasn't even close. 6-3 for my guys, Kings. Narcs putting in 10 frags. We take a look at the scorecard. 8-8 for Grizz. 8-6 for Deja. 10-5 for Nox. Narcs hitting some very... 6 shots there towards the end. Gets a few hit markers, which, man, dude, that close with a sniper, you think regardless of where it's at, you got to think that, that's going to get you a kill. Him playing 200 IQ, though, pulls out the pistol and takes out the last player for the side of Trizium Sinks. And if you're Trizium Sinks, you're not down and out of this. You played very well in the hardpoint. The domination matchup should be interesting to see how it pans out, though, as we talk about it here clearly. What map are we going to see here, Gil?
It would be domination on Raid. Raid is going to be the game number 3 right here. And from last game, I want to mention that I thought that if Grizz played it properly, it could have been like the turning point for his side, for his team. The team of Tricium, but it ended up a pretty evenly distributed job between Grizz, Deja, and Narcs, so very well played by all of the team of Tricium. But at the end, unfortunately, for the side of Kings, and Triciums ended up losing that game.
Absolutely. So we've got a 1-all tie here going into the third game. I love a good domination on Raid, so interested to see how this pans out. This matchup could be, something that, this particular map could cause for a bit of devastation, but as I say that, I've seen in games past where Grizz, my guy from Kings, able to make great use of that shoddy, regardless of which one it is, the KRM or the HS, whichever his shoddy of choice is for the day. Just absolutely abuse guys on this map in hardpoint. Now, will that translate to a great game on Raid? I don't know. You can find yourself in tight corners and able to put yourself in a position to prevent overflow over to the B site. We could potentially see that if I'm Trizium, I'm making my pushes towards the laundry side of things. I'm not going to be pushing through mid on the pull stairs. If you spawn in that courtyard, that courtyard area, the basketball courts or tennis courts, whatever one you call it, I'm going to be making my way through laundry, because if I'm Grizz, I'm definitely going to be setting up in pool stairs area, just waiting for people to come through and just absolutely wreck people with that KRM or HS. So, with that being said, Kings going to have plenty of opportunity here to take the dub. But with that being said, we've seen Trizium Sinks play very well on the hard points. So will that translate though to this domination? That is my question. And with that being said, Gil, what are your predictions?
Yeah, I'm not sure because of how you mentioned Tricium doing obviously an amazing job on hardpoint game, but it ended up being pretty close, like we mentioned, 250 to 230, only at 20 points differential. And moving forward for Raid, coming out, if you're actually trying to play with that shotgun, with that, like you said, from Grizz, of course you gotta be careful, but once you get into a position where you can defend or even be aggressive, depending on which side you might be, it can be pretty important for them. But I also like that sniper play coming out of that B flag on each side. There can be a lot of situations where you might not be able to gain control over B because there's a sniper on one of those windows, either laundry or the opposite end. And so, why would you give more importance on this one specifically? Maybe to Grease abilities with the shotguns, or maybe a solid sniper gameplay, maybe coming out of Narcs, for example.
Yeah, I mean, I've seen Narcs play the sniper role very well, especially in respawn games. Now, this map being one of those maps that you can actually use a sniper and it be viable, I could definitely see him holding the laundry side of business. So if Grizz is able to hold and maintain mid with his shoddy powers and abilities, you know, he can't push out too aggressively as he's going to be vulnerable and just absolutely get blown away if anybody pushes through kitchen. I could expect if Grizz has a good hold on mid and Narcs opted to use the sniper for this map in top laundry, I could expect a good hold from Kings. But with that being said, it's all going to be on the backs of Trizium here. Trizium's going to have the opportunity to set the tone, set the pace. They could do it early. They could do it mid-game. It doesn't matter. They hold the cards, in my opinion. They lost that search and destroy, but, I mean, that hardpoint was very well played, if you ask me. So if they come in with that same kind of energy, I could definitely see them fighting tooth and nail. But I am going to have to say one team is going to win 200, and the other team is going to have 175. So 200, 175. It's going to be close, but it's not going to be close. The points are going to be close, but one of these teams are going to be lopsided in the kill category. Which team it is, I can't make that prediction. So we'll see. We'll have to see.
Yeah, we definitely will have to see. I wouldn't be able to tell either. Like, for example, for the side of Trisam, it was Ramon the one with the most kills out of hardpoint. But in the last game, he couldn't do as much as he did on the first one. So, like you mentioned, I think that even though in points wise might be a little bit close, I think it might be left-sided for one of these two.
Absolutely. So we are going to get started here. It looks like one of our mods actually disconnected from the game, and I'm not sure what's going on as they are connected in Discord, but I'm not 100% sure what's going on. We'll wait for a little bit longer. If not, we'll go ahead and jump straight into action. My predictions, I'm not going to say a team, guys. Sorry, I won't spoil that for you guys. But, guys, if you're out there, we appreciate you for joining in. If you're looking for my guy Imperium, he'll be back this coming up Thursday. He is going to be casting and hosting the PMCO events right now, and that is absolutely huge. If you haven't checked it out, be sure to stop by and check him out live. He is just absolutely killing it out there. To my understanding, just the scrims are going on right now, so it's just a practice scrims. Should make for an interesting event. I've definitely checked in, and I have to say that chat is just super toxic. We're gonna get we're gonna leave that on that note. So Imperium is straight killing it in that event, and we can't wait to have him back Thursday. And then until then, we're gonna go ahead and enjoy some sounds from my guy Gil. He's super chill. I hope you've enjoyed the cast that we've provided for you today, guys. As you know, me, I'm always gonna bring that energy. Gil's gonna bring a different element and a little more calm and a little more analytical side of the business, and just absolutely kills it. And for you guys who out there speak Spanish, he's bilingual too, so super talented. My guy Gil is absolutely slays the Mystique Sunday Showdown with me. So we are going to get joined in by our other mod who had a Wi-Fi issue. So they are going to join the lobby, and we're going to be good to go as soon as everything's ready.
Yeah, it seems like we are ready as the game is about to start. As we mentioned, domination on raid. And as we start, you think that there's going to be one of these teams trying to rush pretty early on onto the B side, or they might try to get a plan first as to how they want to engage on that?
If we see a quick push, it'll be from Trizium Sinks, and if we see that quick push from them, they are in for a world of hurt, as this Kings team is nothing to laugh about. We're to see a 2-2 split with one capping C for the side of Kings. Two players going towards the A side of business onto the pull side of Money Room, and we're going to see a quick 2 kills from Radic. Radic being able to defend that A push very well. B is going to be pushed aggressively by Trizium Sinks, and Trizium Sinks might have the early advantage here as I'm trying to get a better perspective on what's going on. Grizz going to be able to take out one and is going to get traded. Radic picks up his 5th kill now. As I say that, as a triple feed for him is going to ultimately lead to a B cap too. So Trizium Sinks is going to find themselves in an early lead. Like I said, this is going to be a lopsided match in the kills department, and it is looking like it's going to be a lot like Trizium Sinks, if you ask me.
Yeah, and moving forward, we're going to see actually Kings trying to rotate and get control over that A flag. It's something that I'd see pretty often on teams when they cannot gain control over B. They might as well rotate to one of those, either A or C, mainly just to cause confusion on the enemies, and they have to make the call on which side they want to push towards and take advantage over that and maybe be able to take B. Unfortunately, that's not going to be the case for Kings right here, as we see Trizium doing a solid defense, capping C and moving forward to defend B as well.
Yeah, they got a pretty decent hold on B and mid. They're not allowing Grizz any room of opportunity to push up and get into these areas where he can exploit those little short-range gunfights. And it's really putting a lot of pressure on Kings here as we move in not a hefty lead, but just a complete domination for the side of Trizium Sinks, if you ask me. B is held properly. Mid is held properly. The flip of the A-C spawns just absolutely flawless, if you ask me. C was capped without a beat skipped for my guys, Trizium Sinks. So if they're able to contain this consistency, I could definitely see them upsetting this Kings roster.
Yeah, and as we said that, actually, there was a pretty clean couple of kills from the side of Kings, as we see Heads to start capping B, but shortly after getting taken down by a really good nade being thrown by Trizium, and that's something that you gotta keep in mind as well. Like, sometimes you don't even have to have the vision; you have the angle for a nade. In this map, particularly where B is pretty exposed to grenades from pretty much every single place that you might be at, and Trizium exploring that to his advantage. And Head is gonna go for attempt number 2. Finally gets B, and they're gonna start to pick up a couple more points for themselves. But let's see how much of a defense they can bring out against Trizium.
Absolutely, and I want to make a comment. We both predicted a few things earlier before this match started up, and that was the fact that Narcs was going to be sniping, and where in particular. You made the comment about him sniping. I said exactly where he was going to be at. Where is he at right now? He was inside of that top laundry area, and he's still there.
Yeah, he just head over to there. Yeah, he died, went down to the same spot. And it's a pretty good spot to be at, and even more if he's using, I believe he's using the Arctic 50, I believe. So having the option of spraying a little bit more often, that, for example, with a Locust, brings out a lot more defensive potential for him.
Absolutely. So he is going to push up a little aggressively here on the ring side of this B raid map, and I don't blame him. At this particular point, you've got a good hold over B. Now you just have to defend it, and you can't do it any better than being directly on the side. He's going to pick up 3 big frags there with the Arctic and just absolutely slaying these guys, playing the defender and also, like, the what's the word? The gatekeeper, I would say. He's preventing people from rotating, which is allowing Kings the opportunity to maintain that B dom site. And with that being said, we're going to see C be capped eventually, but at the cost of giving up a little bit of room over to the B side. But with that being said, I'm seeing 2 players for the Kings team, Inferno and Head for Death, absolutely pushing in aggressively onto this A site. They are going to be able to get the triple cap. Now Grizz and team have an opportunity to capitalize here as he picks up 1. Naples is going to take him out, so Grizz and team are going to be wiped off A, but the time is going to expire, giving Kings the advantage in the first half of this matchup.
Yeah, with that being the last couple of seconds from the first round, unfortunately Kings not being able to take that much out of that triple cap. But now that they've done it once, let's see if they can try to push over and try to do it twice. bringing out more chaos in the side of Tritium.
Absolutely, and I'm gonna see Narcs pull out his Annihilator, make pretty good use of it. He's gonna get, was that a hit marker? I'm not sure if that was a hit marker, but he's gonna be
Yeah, I think
taken out.
he might have destroyed the car right there, and that's why he got it, I think.
Gotcha. That makes sense. Grizz is gonna pick up his 17th now as he pulled out his War Machine. B is going to be partially capped. It might be completely, yes it is. Kings is going to hold the advantage, and Grizz is gonna do what Grizz does, and that's gonna be holding this little Z part of the little spawn area. He's going to be taken out there, so he's not going to be able to set up and get proper position, but he is going to have some help from his teammates in preventing this rotation over to the B dom site. Head for Death making absolute great use of his Sparrow here, and Team Tritium, who started off strongly, finding themselves in a position of weakness here as they cannot find their groove back and get back in the groove of getting B here. It's going to be completely held by Inferno and Narcs, who is holding OP. Narcs is taken out. So B is going to be pushed by multiples. Radic is going to need some help here as he is slaying. He's going to get that help, but B is still yet to be capped. This is going to be interesting to see how they do it. Dage is going to push it aggressive with that equalizer. Going to be able to take out 3.
Whew. Quite a defense coming out of Deja right there with the operator, with the duels. And in the exact moment, like there were a bunch of people in the same spot trying to cap B from the side of Tritium, and Deja was able to single-handedly push them out of it and make sure that they maintain control over it. And as we speak, it seems that maybe Tritium might take A, but Deja once again alongside with Head for Dead makes yet another pretty good defense at the expense of losing B this time around.
Absolutely. So that is exactly what you want to see from Tritium. If you can't get A, which you weren't able to get B, push the Kings team back into their spawn, forcing them to recap A as it was on the brink of being capped. That could have very easily gone either way, and Tritium could have gotten a triple cap there, if you ask me. Kings did very well to prevent that by taking out that A cap, but in my opinion, it looks like Kings is going to be on the ropes here, and they're going to have to find themselves out of yet another hole with a C cap coming through. That might give them an advantage here, as I see Narc setting up on that tree head glitch very properly. He's going to play this little area well. If anybody pushes out to the A site, he's going to get a clear shot of them. He's going to take out one in Ragox. So A is going to be pushed by multiples. He's not going to be able to take a shot in yet again Tritium. Playing it well, going to hold A and B collectively. How well they hold it is going to determine where they end this game. So 2 minutes, a little under 2 minutes left on the clock. Still ample time for Tritium to make their comeback here. We're going to have to see a B hold for them, which we haven't seen yet. They do get the kill onto my guy Narch, who was solo capping. And it looks like the cluster strike from Tritium is going to allow them to hold B, and Naples is going to recap almost collectively there by himself.
Yeah, and with a really close matchup, it seems like it's about to be one of those points where both teams are just going to be rushing as hard as they can to try to cap B. Kings with 20 more points in the need. They're about to cap B as we speak. And that could be the end of the road if Tritium doesn't gain control over it quickly, because they are about to get into that position where they might need a triple cap in order for them to win.
Absolutely. 50 seconds left on the clock. If this lead continues to go for Kings, Kings might be able to come and take this dub here, as they lost the first game. They won the second, in potential for winning the third. Naples is going to pull out his Annihilator. We might have to see a triple cap here, but they don't even have a double cap in effect yet. They're not even going to get the double cap. Nobody on the side of Tritium anywhere near that B bomb site. Ramon's going to pick up a few kills on this C site, and they're going to have to quickly cap B, but no, time expires. My guys, Kings.
That is it. That is it for them.
Coming back in the clutch, able to hold B collectively as a unit, and that's going to be the game.
Yeah, you said it was going to be 200 to 175. It was pretty close. It was actually 183. And Kings is going to be the one on top. Kings is going to be with the victory, and with a really important victory, because we already saw Aphelion losing last match, and with them winning on this one is gonna be huge for them.
That is going to be absolutely huge. We'll take a look at that shortly. But yeah, I mean, that's actually what I was about to say. So Gil coming through on his first day, making some great comments as I was about to lead into that. I'm taking a look at the scoreboard first here. I'm seeing Grizz 27-25, 5 caps. Head for Death coming through in the clutch. 8 caps for my guy, Head for Death. Not only that, going 20-13, making great use of all his operators and score streaks. Team Trizium Seeks falling short, and I did make a prediction of 200-175, but I gotta say, I'm gonna keep my secret on who I made the call for. Let's just say that it did not line up with the results. Trizium Seeks coming up short. My guy Seeks over here putting in work, not able to make it happen. That's quite all right. They put up a hell of a fight. And we're going to see Grizz and Team Kings go into first place in Division 1 standings, guys. That's right. First place.
First place, just like that. A couple of good results for them allows them to gain control of that first spot. So now that we're moving forward onto the next one, what do you think we're going to see from Kings on the next match that they will have eventually?
You know what? They are in first place in the division. Tragic, not in the position to move forward as they won a DQ earlier, so they only were able to manage to get 10 points due to that DQ. And that puts Kings at the top of the division. So we're going to see Kings playing for their lives here. They're going to have to get some 2-0s in order to extend that lead, because at this particular point, this division is so competitive. I just can't see them maintaining that unless they're able to establish some dominance and get a few 2-0s in the point. And with that being said, I'll pull up the standings and we'll take a look at it together. This is in real time. Kings is at the top of the division. 140, 140, 140. Tragic. I'm not sure how that pans out, but Aphelion and Tragic both right there behind Kings. As Kings, the deciding factor being able to beat Aphelion, which we saw last week, and earlier on in the season, they beat Tragic. So that gives them the advantage in the matchup, being the tiebreaker. This is putting Division 1 pressure on all 3 of these teams to perform. So we're going to have to see all 3 of these teams play absolutely flawless in order to move forward in that first place ranking. And obviously on the Division 2 side of things, not much of a competition fight here, as we see some off-stream games leading to a negative 20 hole for the side of XOXO. So 140 as Team Elevate extends their lead in the standings. So with that being said, we're going to take a short break. Guys, don't go anywhere. We're going to have another great matchup in Salem Esports and Alpenfesten coming up. So guys, don't go anywhere. We're going to get started back up here shortly, okay? Everybody, welcome back. We are live here. This is your boy Verdict and my guy Gilmania. Gilmania, how you doing, man? How you enjoying this first stream with Mobile Mayhem?
What is up? Well, feeling good, feeling nice. We've seen a lot of amazing matches so far, but I think we should get going to the next one. Next match going to be who against who, Verdict?
It's going to be Alpenfestung taking on Salem Esports, and I'm taking a look at some of the rotations here. I see a Hardpoint Summon coming up in our life. Search and Destroy Firing Range. Some OP map choices there. I love Search and Destroy Firing Range. And if we see a Game 3, a Domination Standoff. So this is actually a decent rotation I'm looking at. Map ban. Salem Esports opted to ban the Hardpoint Crash. Alpenfestung opting to ban the Search and Destroy Meltdown. Thank God somebody banned that map. With that being said, Salem Esports opted to ban the Chopper, and the ASM-10 is going to be banned as well for the side of Alpenfestung. Interesting to see nobody opted to ban the Arctic 50, and that might give the side of Hacken just allow him to just hack away. So just to give you a little background, my guy Hacken just absolutely hit some sick shot with that Arctic 50. So with the Arctic 50 not being banned, definitely going to see that being in use for the side of Alpenfestung as that Search and Destroy we've seen Hacken just absolutely annihilate people with. So as I say that, I do see him in the lobby. He is going to be playing here. And guys, if you're wondering, this Salem Esports team is going to be the guys we saw last week. That is right. That is going to be Crypto. So Crypto is going to be renaming and taking the Salem Esports name. I'll get further information on that later on, but I'm not 100% sure what went on there, but I'm assuming it was a pickup for them. So, yeah, we're going to see how they perform here as they are pointless in this Mobile Mayhem series, joining us late. Never too late to make an impact, though, as they are definitely in the division to do so. With that being said, we're going to go ahead and get started up here on game number 1, Hardpoint Summit. Predictions: Alpenfestung with a third place in the standings, or fourth place rather, no, third place. So they should be able to gain some points here, hopefully. And if we see that, could make it for a competitive finish for this Division 2.
Yeah, we're about to start the first game. Let's see how they move. Summit on Hardpoint on Summit. I've never been a big fan of this one specifically. I know that it's a highly competitive map where if you gain control early on those respawns, you're gonna do amazing job. And even if you don't have the respawn, if you're defending properly inside of on the point themselves, you can still defend yourself on your own. But what is your take on this map specifically for Hardpoint?
Absolutely. We're going to see a complete domination for the side of Salem Esports, formerly known as Crypto. We saw them play on this same exact map last weekend. Let's just say it was devastating. It was pretty sad to call. They're coming back pretty strong here, putting up a solid fight. We're going to see the contestant coming in for the side of Alpenfestung, but ultimately going to be cleared out. Stefan going to be pushed and gets the frag onto Hacken. Hacken using that KRM, not finding his groove with it, and Team Crypto, or Salem Esports rather, going to go up pretty heftily in this first point. 40+ points for them as Patron picks up his 7th kill. So him using the Arctic 50, that's probably why they didn't want to ban it. This guy's absolutely annihilating people with it.
Yeah, that's something that you also have to take in consideration, given the fact that you don't only have to ban the weapons that you feel like are the strongest, but also the weapons that are strongest in the hands of your opponents. And as we can see him using that Arctic and just annihilating everyone who's getting in his way, that's gonna be a problem for Alpenfestung.
Yeah, you said that properly. I'm going to go ahead and say I butchered that name the first day on my stream, and you did a phenomenal job with it. And Salem coming out swinging heavily on this Alpenfestung roster that I was expecting to see a little bit more out of. Hacken not even on the board yet. We are up there, as I say, that Caster Curse. He does get his first kill with the Arctic 50. He takes out Patron, and Hacken setting up for new here as I see Salem Esports push up with a very, very healthy lead, 90 points to 0. Gonna have to play for spawns here as P3 rather is going to be open up for shop. Who gets that first frag is going to determine who keeps the spawns. And it's looking a lot like Salem Esports is going to come in and just absolutely slap this Alpenfesting roster out of P3. Hacken able to pick up a frag, allowing him to maintain point. Cry is going to push in and pick up 2 kills for the side of Salem Esports. So we're going to see a back and forth contention regardless. This is going to be a W for the side of Salem Esports, coming out strong, at least at the beginning so far, with a 100+ point lead. Alpenfesting not looking pretty, not looking like the same Alpenfesting team we've seen earlier on. They're going to make a last-minute push into the point. This could be a little foolish in my opinion, but hey, these guys know what they're doing. They can set up for old and new, I guess. They got 2 players on new, so that might be something that could allow them to gather up some of this this deficit they found themselves in.
Yeah, and it was a pretty risky bet for Salem Esports to go ahead and not ban the Arctic 50 in the hands of Haken, like you said. But it seems like Patron is also doing an amazing job with it, being onto double digits himself and pretty much defending his teammates while they are on the hard points.
My guy Renzo put in some work. 19 kills. He's got double Predator missiles. Going to get 1 from 2 from the first and 1 from the second. Doesn't matter though. The point is going to remain in the favor of Salem Esports here. But as I say that, I do see Renzo actually spawning in for new, so they are going to be gathering up a little bit of points there from the last 25 seconds now. As I see a little bit of contention. Should be no problem for the side of Alpenfesting as they gain the point back. So this is a moment of revitalization if you're Alpenfesting. You played a little poorly in the first 3 points. This point is your moment of clarity, and you have to keep that same momentum going into the reset of the points. So they found themselves in a big hole here. Patron going to be pushed by Renzo. Renzo absolutely abusing these guys with the MP5, and we've seen Salem get taken out pretty badly last week with someone who used an MP5 loadout that was pretty questionable. I think it had an ACOG or a 4x zoom on. I don't know what it was, but it's just not a normal MP5 loadout, if you ask me.
Yeah, and as we continue to move forward, seems like Alpenfesting did an amazing job on the last hard point, but it's gonna be back in under control for Salem. Let's see if they can did it the same way they did on the first rotation of points. As we can see that Reverse with a shotgun is annihilating everyone who's getting close to that mid area, to the, like hiding even behind those computers for a second, and pretty much sliding, jumping, and crushing the hopes on the enemies right there with a shotgun.
Absolutely, we're gonna need Renzo to get a little bit of support here, as I see him just trying to own this hard point for the last few seconds. They're not going to be able to get anything out of this P1 rotation. And again, I said it, to begin with. P1 was a disaster the first time around. It was by means no better this time, but they didn't allow Salem Esports to push in, which contesting is just as good as getting the points, if you ask me, at this particular point. So Alpenfesting setting up for P2. They're going to be pushed out, though, as I see a Goliath from Stefan in the point. And Stefan's going to be pretty weak. He's not going to have any support from anybody. Now we see the Goliath get the trophy that it needs. But regardless, the last 25 seconds are going to be held by the side of Alpenfesting. So it's going to be just a back and forth. Now it's going to be a fight for P3 setups. Hacken's going to be pushing in with his Annihilator, but I just haven't seen much from him other than that. So he's going to be taken out. Spawns are going to be held by the side of Salem Esports. They're going to continue to rack up these points unless Alpenfesting is going to be able to set up here, and I'm just not seeing it from them. So still a toss-up, if you ask me. Pretty close, 55 points rather for the side, 55-point lead for the side of Salem Esports. So very well played by my guys. So Rebirth. This is a great map to use a KRM on. and we just see him absolutely owning people with it. With that being said, we're going to see a contention of P3 start to happen, but if you don't have spawns, you're not going to get this point.
Yeah, Stefan right there, even picking up a triple piece with a Fennec, doing an amazing job. Even though he's at the brink of being considered long distance for a Fennec, he's doing a solid control, a solid defense on that point. And every time one of the enemies try to get through it, he just picks up yet another kill, like just did right there against Mare. Mare actually being one of the highest fragger alongside with his teammate Ranso. Ranso with 32, Mare with 26. But unfortunately, that's not been enough for them so far, since they are still losing by over 100 points right now.
You got to think P4 has to be completely owned by Alpin. If they're unable to maintain P4, this is going to be game, because P1 is just definitely not their strong point. They're starting P4 off decently, but I see one player spawning out. That's going to be Hackin. He's going to play this gatekeeper role. If he's not careful, he might flip spawns, and that's definitely not what you want. He's going to pick up a two-piece, followed up by some shots on to Stefan. Stefan's going to get the best of him there, and we're going to see the spawn from Hackin be maintained for new. They're going to be starting to set up for the new P1 reset here, as they got to recover a hefty deficit that they found themselves in. And not only that, they're not going to maintain P4 at all, if you ask me. P4's the last 15 seconds are going to go to the side of Salem Esports. Salem Esports pushing in. They know they don't need very many points, so they're going to push into P4 recklessly, and I don't blame them. They need to play for only what looks like maybe 29 points, 28 points here, as P1 resets and opens up shop. Very aware push for the side of Salem Esports, if you ask me. They don't need very many points to clutch this game up, and they're going to do whatever it takes to do so. They only need 27 points now as P1's reset and opening up for shop. Renzo and my guys Mar are going to need a lot of support, as it looks like Hackett and Team Alphavesting finally starting to get their group, but it's too late if you ask me. You know, what is your analysis on that, Gil?
Yeah, like you said, not much to say. Ransom with 35 kills on his name right there. Like, trying his hardest. He's both trying to be in the hardpoint, but also be that aggressive player onto the enemies. And so far, they're going to continue getting more points. For the first time on the match, on this third rotation of hardpoint, they are finally gaining control over it. But at the same time, Salem Esports only needs a handful of points, nearly only 27 is all they need, and that's exactly why they are just pretty much picking up points every now and then, like you mentioned on the last point. On the previous rotation, they picked up like 10, I believe, and now they picked up a couple more in the P number 1. And as we move to P number 2, they're probably gonna try to continuously do that, which is picking points whenever they can, even if it's not the most. They can try to push forward for that victory. And maybe even Aphelion could try to use that into their advantage if they know that they're gonna get rushed over every time. Like, I feel like at this point Salem is not playing with a clear map positioning in mind. They're pretty much just pushing on their own, and that's actually being in against their favor at the moment.
I could have said it any better myself. That was actually what I was trying to put the thoughts of my mind and form it into words. Before I could do that, you actually pulled it out. So, you know, Alpenfest playing poorly at the beginning of this matchup, and the side of Salem Esports playing super aggressively, not really forming a strategy, just kind of pushing in solely into the point, because they know they only need 17 at this point now. But with that being said, they're going to push up aggressively and lose spawns and be in a position to potentially lose the game here, as P3 is going to be opened up for shop. We're going to see Cry push it in without the spawns in control. Going to push in aggressively, and again, just backfire for the side of Salem Esports. So P2 was an L for them. P1 as well, as we see Alpenfestung gather a little momentum from P2, which ultimately could lead to a W here. They only need 20 points now, as P2 is closed up. P3 is about halfway through. Cry is going to push it aggressively, going to be taken out. Spawns, again, not in favor of Alpenfestung, or not Alpenfestung, but Salem Esports. This is going to be a comeback from behind of the highest caliber, As we look at Renzo, 44 kills, anchoring his team to a W and a come-from-behind win for Alpenfestung. How devastating is that for Salem Esports?
What a way to come back for Alpenfestung. And like you mentioned, it was pretty unfortunate to see how Salem Esports were just going one by one, slowly but surely dying. And it ended up like being pretty hard to see how they were pushing their hardest, but it was just too late. Alpenfestung just doing an amazing defense, and the point number 2 and point 3. And at the end, it came down to how aggressively Salem was playing, but playing aggressively on your own has not necessarily been the best plan, and even less so if the opposing team is with a great defense in the point.
What a come from behind victory for my guys Alpenfestung, and a huge carry for my guys Renzo and Mar. Wow, dude! If you are Salem Esports right now, you gotta be shouting at the top of your lungs, because at this particular point, you had a 100-point lead multiple times in the game, and just sold all of it at the end of the game to P1 and P2, and then gave up spawns for P3 at that third rotation and reset. What in the heck did I just watch? My guys Alpenfestung putting in some work with the help of Renzo and Mar, anchoring 40 bombs for both of them. 41 and 21 for Mar, 44 and 23, and a minute and a half on the clock for Renzo. Woo! We got ourselves some ball games today. Back-to-back 3-game series for both Kings and Elevate and Aphelion. Kings takes the W in the series over Tritium Sinks. Aphelion losing their lead and ultimately their first place position against Elevate, who took 2 out of 3 games from them. Alpenfestung, I had a doubt for a very long time in that matchup. Able to come back and prove me wrong. Wow. I couldn't have said it better, though, when Gil was talking about how they pushed in aggressively towards the end, ultimately, losing sight of their focus on what their strategy was. And Renzo and my guy Marge has absolutely abused them for it. One by one pushing into the point. And, if you take an L like that, what can you expect from this next game, Gil?
Yeah, and being firing range is one of those maps that if you don't hold yourself in a position to either attack or defend, whichever you might be at, if you're not doing it properly as a team, only going by one like they did last game, that could be pretty much disastrous for the side of Salem Esports.
Salem Esports, newer to this Mobile Mayhem tournament series, and wow, definitely started off super OP, dude. I was just bashing Alpenfestung from the rip, as first point, second point, third point, all in possession of my guys over at Salem Esports. Alpenfestung coming back at the highest caliber. That was probably a better comeback than the Aphelion Search and Destroy, if you ask me. And
yeah, because the differential was over 100 for, like you mentioned, most of the match, and I still cannot believe it. Throwing out an advantage like that, it's just crazy to me.
It's super wild, dude. I just can't assume that anything could happen in this series. And I'm looking at chat, dude. We have to get Renzo's QQ9 class. So Renzo, if you hear this, my guys, go ahead and drop that loadout for us, because we need it desperately in our lives. 44 bomb in Hardpoint Summit, dude. I was expecting someone with a shoddy to pop off. We did see some shoddy action from my guy Reburse. He almost puts up a 40 bomb, but almost and doing are two different things. Close, close is nowhere near doing. 2 guys from Alpenfestung putting 40 piece up for them, and Mar and Renzo. Wow, GG's. What a game. Guys, what do you expect from this next matchup? It's going to be a search and destroy and firing range. Gil made his analysis. What do you guys think, dude? Do you guys think that Alpenfesting is going to keep that same energy and keep playing, or you think Salem's going to regroup and come back and win this one? I need to know. We're going to be ready soon as this starts up. Gil, what's your analysis? I think I cut you off there.
No, yeah, we're probably gonna be starting out shortly after everyone's done with the screenshots needed. And I want to say I don't think I saw, like you mentioned, Haken was a really solid player with that Arctic 50, but it ended up being actually Patron the one killing it last game. So I'm interested if he's gonna continue playing without Arctic and moving forward to firing range, which is a map where specifically on search and destroy, if you're using a sniper properly, you can get a massacre going.
Oh, absolutely. There's multiple potential for wall bangs. If you're able to pre-aim areas of heavy traffic, you'll be able to pick off 1-2 easily. So to see Patron in this defending position to start it off with, I can assume that he will be on the A side of the map. In particular, maybe the barrels, or maybe even aggressively onto this A-bomb site like head glitch area. Preventing that rotation over to the A-bomb side directly could be a game changer for the side of Salem Esports. But as I said, man, you know, Hackett is the Arctic 50 god in this particular matchup. We did see Patron get some 6 shots in that first series, or that first match rather. And you know, how is that going to translate here? I don't know. You know, can Patron continue to clutch up and hit some shots that, you know, we expect him to do, or is Hacking going to come out on top? Well, we'll find out, because we're going to go ahead and jump straight into the action. Search and destroy on firing range. All my guys Alpenfesting need is one here, and they'll take the series. Gil, what are we taking a look at here?
I would like to see, like we mentioned on Patron's path, I'm interested to see, like you mentioned, there's a couple of positions for him to be placed at. Let's see which one he takes right here.
Enemy has the bomb.
Grenade out.
He seems to be trying to push towards that trailer area pretty aggressively, even taking a hit marker and getting another hit marker, one with a grenade, one with a sniper, and so far he gets a wallbang onto Jerry right there. That's gonna be the first frag of the match, coming in favor of Patron right there.
Yeah, that was interesting. I was expecting him to take him out in that one shot, but the hit marker was enough to give the location away. He takes another in ZZ! My guy Patron not missing that second encounter with another player for the side of Alpenfestung, and Alpenfestung has found themselves in a position being down to 2 players now, as Renzo and Mar, the 2 anchors for the last game, going to be the last players alive. And it's only fitting that we see Renzo and Mar alive here, as they carried last game. Can they make that carry here happen? We're going to see Patron push it up aggressively in top wood. And we're going to see, Renzo! Or Mar, rather, is going to be taken out. Renzo's going to get the refrag. I'm not sure if Renzo allowed his teammate to get baited there, but he does get the kill. Indeed, so Renzo is going to be the last remaining player. Bomb's going to be right outside of this top wood area. And we're going to see Renzo push for the bomb, which is actually right on top of this top wood area. So not anybody in sight, though. We got 2 players on the A bomb site immediately, with Stefan being one of those players, and Rebirth, who we saw pop off last round. Renzo is going to be taken out by Stefan, who positioned himself well on this A bomb site. And the first point of the matchup, fitting, is going to go to the side of Salem Esports.
And as we move towards round number 2, like that was pretty unfortunate for Patron getting killed. Pretty fortunate for Renzo to be so close to the action and picking up a kill, but it was a nearly clean round for them, as Patron picks up a double kill and ends up getting killed himself, but already making his job by a double piece right there.
Yeah, he gets 2 before he goes down, and Hackett and team Alpenfesting again on the ropes. We're going to have a 3v4, which is much more manageable than a 2v5, to be fair. So Hackett setting up in the shower side of business is has the bomb in hand, so Jerry actually going to have the bomb in hand. So Jerry is right inside of this trailer, and he's going to have ZZ, who is going to be also sniping in this A long area. They're waiting for the shot to be called before they make the move onto the site directly. The trophy system is going to be taken out. The nade is going to go down, perfectly placed by Jerry, but is not going to get a hit, though, as Stefan evades the bomb and does not give away his location, other than the fact that he's taking some shots here. We see Jerry take a shot out of what looks to be that little tower area in mid, and a standstill for the side of Alpenfest. He gets a shot on the Detoxify, evening the playing field. We're going to see the bomb go down now as Jerry, is going to be destroyed by my guy Rebirth.
That's why picking in that scenario can be pretty hard, pretty risky, and so Reavers getting ending up with that round himself, picking up another frag for him, making it a 2-0, and just like that, Salem starts with the advantage yet again for game number 2. Let's see if this time around they can maintain it throughout the later stage of the match.
Absolutely, and Alpenfest finding themselves in yet another hole. Patron's going to go down early to Hackett. Hackett's finding his groove as he takes down Patron. We're going to have an early man advantage, and Hackett is just going to be firing away, dude. This guy is just lit up now. He does not want to lose. He's going to take a nade shot and also a reposition, but bomb is ultimately going to be in the hands of Mar. Mar is going to be conservative here as they are in the bottom portion of this wood setup. So Hacken trying to get the man advantage for Alpenfestung as the bomb plant is looking like they're going to make that rotation over to A here collectively. We're going to have 3 players for the side of... oh my god, Hackett is just destroying Stefan there. And we got a 3-man advantage now as Cry and Detoxify are going to be the last 2 players alive for Salem Esports. Bomb is ultimately needs to go down. Mara just going to have to get this bomb down. He does. And the side of Alpenfestung going to be with a 3-man advantage here as Hacken making his rotation over. He spots Detoxify. Gets the shot with a wall bang!
Wow. That was a pretty close call right there. He was in a tight angle trying to aim that shot, ended up getting it, and just like that, it seems like Alpenfestung gets their first round.
What a way to steal a round. They're putting the hands of their victory on the back of Hacken and Jerry now. We're going to still need to see some collective usage. Hacken just destroying him now. I think this guy is in his flow state. He's going to see Cry miss the shot, but Jerry's going to get the frag, so Jerry is going to be able to pick it up for his team. We're going to have a 4-3 man advantage. 4-2 now is Hacken. It is Groove taking out Patron. Oh my god, take another shot of Patron, my guy. He is down. Hacken has eyes on Rebirth. Rebirth trying to find a better way, and he might exploit this little hole in the map in the back of firing range. I think he might get it here. He does!
He
Hacken,
does.
you're the GOAT!
What can you do against this guy? I was saying that he maybe not doing the greatest last game, but on this one, finally redeeming himself with a really solid shots on the last round, and that's probably the Haken that you were talking to me about when we were about to start this match, right?
This is the Hacken that we've known to come and love, man. This guy's got 8 frags on the board. Coming back in the highest extent here, taking some shots blankly onto the A bomb site. We've got a 1-man advantage. He took another shot of Patron for me, and this dude is in the zone. Stefan is super weak right here on this wall side of business. I don't think Hackett sees him, so it might be a devastation. It is, and Stefan's going to get a 2-piece as we see Jerry with the nade, unable to define where Stefan was there, and Hackett and Jerry go down early. The 2 carries for the guys over at the side of Alpenfestung. Regardless, we're going to see Renzo, Mar, and ZZ put the team on their back now as the A bomb plant is going to happen. And Detoxify is exploited here as they know he is on the top side of 10. 3 players left for the side of Alpenfestung, and you got to think this round is going to be, again, going in favor of Alpenfestung. We're going to see an aggressive push. Yes, they know he's there. One is going to go up top. He is going to be taken out by ZZ, who just absolutely obliterated him with the quick scope of that Arctic 50.
Yeah, and once Salem won the 2 rounds we were talking about, if they were going to be able to maintain their advantage, it seems like they could not. They could not. Last round made it 3 rounds in a row in favor of Alpenfesting. And I don't know. It seems like the story from last game is repeating itself. I don't want to say that they are over just yet. Like, there's still plenty of game remaining. But as we see that the first player getting taken down is going to be once again from the side of Salem Esports, there's only so much to say for them.
Yeah, we're going to see Patron be taken out early here. And Hacken lines up his shot, picks up his 9th kill. Hacken is on a spree, my guy. He was taken out a little early, though, by last round by Stefan. Stefan unable to clutch it up, though, as we saw the round go inevitably to the side of Alpenfestung. And now some wall bangs for my guy. Hacken not able to land anything there, but that's quite all right. They've got a 2-man advantage. They don't need to play anything aggressively. Hacken going to retreat and be in this top wood area. Cry and Stefan going to be the last 2 players, and we found ourselves in a 3v2 as Mar pushes up aggressively. Stefan makes them pay, and ZZ is going to be taken out by Stefan too, and the momentum is shifting. Oh my God, Jerry finding the shot!
Taking him down. That's super good for Hagen. Like, Stefan already with 3 kills in this single round alone. It was just beginning to be a struggle for them, but Hagen takes him out with that snipe and allows them to be now yet again into the advantage with 1 more in the side of Alpenfesting. And as we see Cry begin to push over onto that area, gets the frag onto Jerry. That's a 1v1. Let's see what Haken can do. He might even try to get yet another wallbang onto him, as we can see him jumping in the outer side of that bathroom area, nearly missing a shot onto Cry. But the time is running short. He knows he has to be planting the bomb. He does so, brings himself some more extra seconds, and now the pressure is on the hands of Haken.
I have to say, Cry planted that bomb perfectly for trailer in which we see him retreat. Hackett's gonna have to clutch this up. If he does it, I will pronounce him the GOAT of this series, regardless of how big of a carry Renzo and my guy Jerry did, or not Renzo, but Renzo and Mar did. The ninja defuse!
He got it. Where was he going?
Where was he going? He just leaves the bomb completely defenseless. Who does that?
Yeah, like maybe if you saw him running as well, you can maybe say like, okay, you can try to do it, but blindly doing it out of nowhere, it was just not the move for Cry to be trying to do right there.
And I believe Alpenfesting is going to set up perfectly as the B push from the side of Salem Esports is going to be predictable here. But with that being said, it looks like they're just going to be playing for information. So a 3 push onto jungle immediately is going to lead to another shot from Patron. Patron's going to be taken out early. 4 rounds in a row. My guy Patron going completely quiet now as the rotation over to A is going to happen, as Stefan didn't like what he saw at B, rightfully so. ZZ's going to take out Cry. So a 2-man advantage for the side of Alpenfestung. Hackett picks up his 10th kill on Rebirth. Detoxified Stefan yet again the last 2 players for the side of Salem Esports. Detoxified not pulling his weight in my opinion. 1 kill for him. He's going to have to cover a little more ground here as Stefan's found himself onto this A bomb site by himself. Mar and Hacken are going to be able to spot them, get the kills. And wow, what a matchup. 2 rounds unanswered to begin the game for Salem Esports, as they have gone just completely silent to the side of Alpenfesting now as they find themselves in a 5-2 deficit. What a game from my guys. And again, Patron going to be taken out early by Jerry. We're going to see an aggressive push from the side of Alpenfestung, and 3 players are left for the side of Salem. Mar going to take out Cry. Stefan going to take out Renzo. It doesn't matter. It's going to be 3v2. Oh, good shot from Rebirth. Rebirth is going to be pushed by multiples, and he's going to have a little bit of help from Stefan, and the round is going to go in favor of Salem. That aggressive push from Alpenfestung not going to pay off here. This might be the momentum they need to make their comeback, but they got plenty of opportunity here as we move into this 9th round.
Yeah, last game there was a 2v4, and it seems like Alpine Festing was not able to get the last remaining frags. They pushed really hard onto the last remaining players of Salem, but they couldn't get the frags, and with making that clutch at the end, allowing themselves to bring some more room as they are now 5-3, but they cannot lose another round. They know that, and as such, we're gonna see that they plant over onto the A side, I believe it was.
Yep.
They're gonna plan on A, and once again it's gonna be a 2v5. Let's see what Cry and Soul Reverse can do, as we can see Cry noticing that they are gonna start defusing, gets the first frag, continues to push, goes for the second piece. He gets it, but he's pushed over by yet another player for Apple Festing. He finally gets taken down. Sasa gets the frag. Sasa gets the diffusory. That's gonna be game over. That is a victory for Alpine Festing right there.
Absolutely, and my guys over at Alpine Festing come back from behind in the hard point, absolutely dominate these guys on the Search and Destroy. Started off a bit rocky, but my guy Hacken finally in that flow state, nailing these guys to the board. And we see on the scorecard, Hacken puts up 12. He goes 12-5, Jerry 9-7. Not to be outshined, but Stefan absolutely tried to make something happen for him. Patron goes absolutely silent in those last few rounds, being the first taken out every single round at the end of the game. Stefan, 13-7, notable performance from him. He absolutely tried everything he could to make this happen, but the guys over at Alpine Festing coming out super strong and taking the dub. So we are going to see a 2-0 in this series, and that's going to lead us to the last matchup of the day. Guys, I didn't expect Salem to put up a fight in this first game. They dominated at the beginning, but sold at the end. Salem Esports, again, 2-0, putting up a better fight this time as we see the game's transition unfold. Wow, dude, what did I just watch? That was Hacking at his finest. Good game, my guy. Oh, there's my camera. Yeah, pow. Shots fired. That's my guy Hackett hitting all his shots. With that being said, we're going to take a short break. Don't go anywhere. We've got Aphelion taking on Bunker Esports. And guys, plenty of match left to be played here with Aphelion and Bunker Esports. Should be interesting, guys. But join us here shortly as we take our short break. Guys, we are back live. It's your boy Verdict and your boy Gil joining us for his first Mobile Mayhem. He's done absolutely excellent. And in this next matchup, we're going to have an interesting conversation because we're going to be jumping in the VC of both teams. So not normal to actually jump into both teams' VCs. But this afternoon, we're going to get permission for both teams to actually see how they are communicating. We're first going to jump into Aphelion, and we'll jump into Bunker Esports. Now, both of these teams speak different languages. Bunker's going to be speaking Spanish, which is going to come in the clutch because my guy Gil is actually a fluent Spanish speaker. He's actually going to be a translate after we jump out of their VC. But first, we're going to jump into the side of Aphelion. Aphelion is going to be a French-speaking team, so I know a majority of these viewers are going to enjoy that. We're going to give you the best of both worlds, so interested to see how that pans out. Interested to see how these guys roll. Gil, are you excited?
I'm really excited. This is coming to an end, match number 4, like you said. We're about to get into comms in a minute to see how they basically communicate throughout the match, right?
Absolutely. And as I say that, we'll go ahead and take a look at some of the map rotations and bans. Gil, I'm going to let you take it over from there.
Sure. For this last game of the day is going to be Aphelion and Bunker Esports, like we previously said. For the first game will be Crash, Hardpoint, and game number 2, Search and Destroy Raid. If needed, we would jump onto a domination on Hackney Yard. About the map's bans is going to be Aphelion banning that Search and Destroy on Crossfire, and Bunkers Esports banning Hardpoint on Scrapeyard. About the bans in the weapons, Aphelion getting rid of the Arctic 50 and Bunkers Esports up the Man of War as we jump into the game right now.
Absolutely. We're going to jump straight into the action. This is going to be a Crash Hardpoint as we just talked about. And we'll let these this P1 start up, and at the start of P2, we might jump into the guys over at Aphelion. Aphelion is a team that speaks Spanish. Absolutely going to have a great start. And just to set up a little bit background here, Bunker Gold is the former team that is now going underneath the name of Bunker Esports. So as we start up this matchup, Aphelion is going to be formerly known as Bunker Black. So as soon as we can get that cartography fixed up here at the top, we can actually see that resonate. And I'm seeing a P1 open up, and it just not going to be occupied here. We're going to see Marvel and his team be able to take advantage of somewhat of this point. But with that being said, it looks as though it is just not going to be occupied. Am I right, Gil?
Hostiles have captured the hard.
Yeah, like it's something that we see pretty often in this map, particularly on the point number 1. And seems like no team is actually building out the defense properly on the 3-story right there. There's only a couple players on the side of Bunkers Esports. Let's see how long they can maintain control as they start to get pushed by the side of Aphelion right there.
Aphelion is setting up for what looks like a little bit of a hold, but they are going to be quickly taken off. Dark Wizard Till is going to be setting up on that first point, going to take out one. And as I say that, we're going to go ahead and jump into the VCs of Aphelion and hear what is going on over there.
Faut y aller, go. J'y vais dans le coin, j'y vais.
Nice.
Putain, quel storm.
Shock RC is coming.
Dans le point.
Allez, rentrez dedans.
Non, il y a un mid. Ah putain, les bâtards.
Non, un HP mid.
Non, mais. Rentrez, moi,
Nice.
allez.
C'est Flipson.
Poubelle.
Ok,
Et
ils
top
ont
Tristor est mort.
J'ai doré avec les spawns, les gars.
Ouais, go jouer les spawns. Un qui veut les bacs dans la poubelle.
Ah, je suis mort dans le spawn. Encore 2.
Poubelle mort.
Mort.
Je suis pas en mid. J'ai spawn Belong. Ils ont pas de spawn, je pense.
Il y en a encore un dans le spawn sur moi, les gars.
Bacalé.
Ouais, dans le spawn.
Bacalé.
Un Belong.
Ah, un HP mort. Un top
CT. Top CT.
Ouais, j'ai vu, top CT, je suis un HP.
Pillars. Il y en a deux, ça va arriver mid.
Guys, as you hear it here, we have jumped into Aphelium's VC. Now we're going to jump quickly into the side of Bunker as they are the Spanish-speaking team. We're going to hear from the guys Lucky Karma and Turu Lily as they have a little bit of a lead. Let's see how they can hold it and what kind of comms they use.
Hostiles have captured the
Portería arriba uno,
Fuera,
puedo,
portería
pica
arriba.
tú, estoy reflejando.
Hay que guardar el respawn, Hay que guardar el respawn este.
¿Puedes meterte al punto, quien sea?
Hay uno
Tengo Ani, podéis meter al punto, tengo Ani.
Guarda respawn, Yo estoy siguiendo ya.
Una pared. Pared, una
Con una
bala.
grande, con una grande tocado.
Fuera 3 plantas.
Respawn arriba,
Me viene el siguiente ya, creo,
Uno vilón.
Bueno, medio.
Medio uno.
Muerto.
Estoy pareciendo mal todo el rato, bro.
Gente
Voy a
siguiente.
meter a Ani,
Cuidado, Vilón. Hay una jungla.
Un muerto vilón.
Yo tengo un punto ya, Luke, tío.
Jungla muerto, tengo todo, tengo ratas.
Plataforma 1.
Plataforma, sí.
Voy.
Plataforma.
Tengo Ani. Esta plataforma todavía, aguantad. Muerto plataforma.
Bueno, vienen dos.
¿Tenéis
Uno frutería
trophy?
arriba.
Uno frutería arriba.
Muerto.
¿Tenéis trophy?
Bueno, Vilón.
Vilón mira tú. Se cuela para jungla.
Guys, what a conv session. Now, I know my guy Gil speaks Spanish too. What can you tell me as they made that rotation over to P4 and have an extensive lead? What kind of comms were you able to hear from those guys?
Yeah, what I'm interested the most about the comps I heard is the fact that I don't know if you've noticed that in plenty of teams there's at least one objective player, which even though like he might not get the most kills, he does get the most objective points. And on the count that I heard, it felt like they pretty much improve on the spot and try to work around what they can see at the moment. So there's not necessarily an objective player, but everyone is the objective player if needed, if it's close to the hard phone or whatever that might be. So that's what I can take off the side of Bonkers right there.
Dude, Bunker is just absolutely dominating Aphelion right now. Aphelion, formerly known as Bunker Black, absolutely getting manhandled at the moment. And what was a strong P4 hold has made for a great P5 transition for the side of Dark Wizard and Bunker Esports, as we see them just continue to pounce on these guys, going up by 130 plus points, getting the flip and transition to P5. Absolutely perfect from my guys, Dark Wizard Tilt and Karma EU, as we see Turu popping off too. These guys are in double-digit kills and just absolutely slaying. Turu Lily, one of these known guys for the Bunker Esports team. Dark Wizard EU Dark Wizard Tilt playing very well, as I see Karma EU holding up some very great kills from him as well. So a lot of choppers being used as we see the Arctic 50 and the Man of War band. A few ASM 10s as well. But what I'm looking at is this chopper usage and DRH use and Lucky with the ASM 10. So some great map rotations from them. Some keen awareness as we see Lucky push it into the second point. And we see a well over 180 point lead get expanded by the side of Bunker Esports. This is going to go down in the books as a slaughter fest, if you ask me. Shark and Team Aphelion need to find their grip here. But at the end of the day, I don't think it's going to be enough, as we see Bunker Esports just rack up more points and more points on P1 too.
Map rotations. Map rotations is what I point out the most about Bonkers Esports, because as we saw right there, going from point 4 to P5 can be a little bit hard, mainly because sometimes when a team notices that they lost P number 4, they will go to point number 5. And Bonkers Esports was able to notice that on time and cut off the rotation on the side of Aphelion and do it themselves. So really great map control overall on the side of Bonkers Esports.
Absolutely, dude. That's just going to translate to 100% victory for them. They're not even going to be able to put 50 points on the board as this game is coming to an end. And I just don't see Zeno and Team Aphelion getting into this point long enough to even contest. We're going to see a 201 point lead going into game 2 as Bunker Esports just violated these guys. Woo! Boys, what did we just see there? Bunker Esports flexing as Lucky EU top frags. Not far behind him is going to be Turu Lily, as both of these guys able to put 24 and 23 kills up respectively, going double positive for both of these guys. And as you said it, Jazz is going to be our a primary OBJ player, but everyone opting to push into the point immediately together in P4 and P5 translates to a pretty dominant hold for the side of Bunker Esports.
Yeah, and watching a game like this where one of the sides gets over 200 points advantage just showed you how dominant they were throughout the whole game. And yeah, Lucky with 24, Turulele with 23. Like when the highest fragger on the opposing side was only 13, it's gonna show you how much they did on that game.
I absolutely have to agree with you there that, the scorecard is going to translate over to a pretty dominant performance. I mean, when you're getting outslayed and out-positioned and out-transition, you got to stop and think, what is Aphelion going to do here in this Search and Destroy matchup? What can we expect from these guys? I've seen a lot of performance from them in the past, and, this is just not looking like the Aphelion team that I've seen play against a pretty stout Bunker Esports team now. So in the standings point of things, I'm looking at it, and Aphelion is not far out of reach for this Division 1, but I mean, with stout opponents like Aphelion, Kings, and Tragic holding their own in Division 1, I mean, Bunker Esports has to make a run for it here, and they have to get both of these games in order to even contest for a third-place spot. And it's going to be difficult even then because, my guys, it's just like slim pickings. I'm looking at that standings, and we'll take a look at it together as a few things have changed. We'll talk about that towards the end of the stream, but first we're going to have this game coming up. Search and Destroy Raid. What is your predictions, Gil?
I'm expecting to see most likely a lot of rotations, at least early on from the offensive side towards the A-bomb. That's usually what I've seen a couple of times at least, trying to defend towards that pool area and move towards the bomb. But I'm sure that actually the offensive side is going to be yet again Bunkers Esports. So if they are as good as they were last game, talking about rotations overall, I think that's going to be pretty hard for Aphelion team to try to contest one of their push.
Absolutely. So we're going to see Aphelion with defensive position. Going to be looking for some standout performances from a few guys. Going to need a collective effort from all of the Aphelion players in order to keep Bunker Gold out of taking this next W. So Shark, Marvel, Magic, Zeno, Kush, Akash, all that rather, going to have to come through in the clutch for their team here if they want to see a Game 3. If not, that could be the end of our stream. And man, I don't want it to end too early. We've seen a multiple 3-game rotations from the first matchup in the series in Aphelion and Elevate. We'll talk about that a little bit later on, but some things off stream that went down and occurred that could be a little, worth talking about, but at this moment we won't do it because I don't want to cut away from this action. But at any rate, Aphelion going to a Game 3. We went to a Game 3 in the Kings matchup. Kings came out on top, ultimately taking out Trizium Sinks. That was a lot closer matchup than I expected it to be. Ultimately, Kings taking that third game was the deciding factor. The last matchup should have gone to a Game 3 if you ask me, as that hard point was sold heavily by my guys over at Salem Esports. Regardless, though, much better effort from them than the first matchup on stream we saw last week. Just absolutely devastated in their first matchup. This week, putting up a fight, making some moves that I feel like is in the best for their interest. Can we see a Game 3 from Aphelion and Bunker Esports? I don't know. Whenever you guys are ready, let's rock and roll here. I'm ready to rock and roll. I want to see this S&D go. Gonna need to see a little bit more from Aphelion because they got manhandled in that last matchup.
Yeah, they sure did, and maybe from them being now on the defensive side on the first half of the match could allow them to collect their heads, collect their thoughts, try to check what the offensive strategy is going to be from Bunkers Esports, and go from there, step by step maybe try to redeem themselves from last game.
Absolutely. They're going to have a lot of redeeming because 250 to 49 is just not acceptable in my book. I have to think Aphelion has to come with a better effort here if they want to play against these guys. Bunker Esports is going to exploit you for what is going on, and immediately we're going to see almost a complete push onto the B bomb site for the side, or actually through mid. That's a strong mid push as Jazz and team going all the way through kitchen.
Yeah, pretty risky move as well, I might as well say. Seems like Marvel gonna pick up a triple piece right there with that sniper. Finally getting taken down at the end by Wizard, but a little bit too late. He already got 3, and there's only 2 players on each side. That could have been disastrous for the side of Bunkers Esports, but thanks to that triple piece by Wizard, it's all 2 and 2.
Yeah, we're gonna be 2 in here. Dark Wizard tilt picks up 2 frags there. 3-piece from Marvel, setting up perfectly. He's gonna be taken out. Lucky you with the nade shot. And again, I'm not referring to 100 Thieves. Just absolute OP placement from the nade. We're going to see a 1v2 in Magix. Magix has got his work cut out for him as 2 of the big dogs over at the Bunker Esports team going to be hunkering down on this bar pull scene and not going to give this guy anything to work with. Playing it super well, if you ask me. Lucky you is going to pick up the frag, and the round is going to go in favor of my guys over at Bunker Esports.
Really good rotations once again coming out of Bunkers, no surprise as for now, and a really impressive grenade. Like I don't think he actually knew where he was. He only had like a general idea, but that was more than enough for him to throw that nade, get the frag, and put the pressure on Magix. Magix just trying his hardest to make that push happen, but unfortunately was not the case because Lucky was pretty good on that defense.
That was OP placement for Lucky's nade and OP movement and rotations for the side of him and Dark Wizard. We're going to see Dark Wizard pick up his 3rd. Bomb is going to go down at A. 2 players remaining for the side of Aphelion, and these are the 2 people you want to see alive: Shark, YT, and Kosh. Now, you definitely want to see Marvel alive, but if anybody could do a 2v4 here, it's going to be Shark, YT, and Kosh here. They're going to be putting some pressure on Dark Wizard. And we're going to see the aggressive push result in 1 kill on Lucky, but Dark Wizard is going to get the refrag. Kosh is going to take down Dark Wizard, and he's in a pretty good position here, rocking the head glitch. He's going to take out 1. Yes. Going to get the other. Jazz is going to be the last player. He's going to be caught with his pants down inside of this little cubby area.
He's just making time right there, running around. Look at that. He's just messing with him. Time is going to run short, and that's going to be another round. He got the frag, but it's just too late.
And you can see Kosh shooting the bodies. He knows he's upset as he had ample opportunity to take that chicken with his head cut off running around. And I say that metaphorically because I do not mean this guy's a chicken. The way he was running, as you just pointed out, was obviously playing time, and he did it well.
Yeah, surviving for long enough for him to even getting the frag, not being able to defuse. So that's the kind of thing that a lot of people sometimes don't take in mind when playing this kind of game mode, which is search and destroy. This is not about getting kills. This is not about getting kills at all. This is all about objectives. If you can, of course, get those frags, it's going to be really, really handy for your team. But if you can get those objectives, it's going to be even better.
Absolutely, and obviously you want to get this bomb down as soon as you have an advantage. Lucky, EU, and Jazz are going to be the last 2 players remaining. The bomb is planted. They're going to be 2v3 here. Shark, YT going to exploit that, push up. And Lucky's going to be the last remaining player for the side of Bunker. But no, he's leveled the playing field. Lucky is going to take some shots out on Marvel. Then Marvel's going to go down. Shark YT is going to have to find himself in a position. And it looks like we're going to be playing for time again. No, Shark YT pushes up aggressively, takes the round, and is going to get the defuse. And the round is going to go in favor, for once, to Aphelion. So Aphelion going to pick up their first round. And you know, I expected Lucky to put in a little bit more effort. I know he was playing for time, but he was obviously trying to contest that bomb push and ultimately paid the price as Shark picks up the frag.
Yeah, I definitely thought he was going to be what we saw last round. Unfortunately, this was not the case. And it ended up hitting him in the back, unfortunately, allowing Aphelion to pick up a round themselves. Now let's see how they move towards now the A bomb yet again in the side of Bunkers Esports. And as we see Dark Wizard rotate with that Locust, is probably, yeah, he's gonna start planting the bomb and putting only 45 seconds on the side of Aphelion to not only get the frags now but also defuse the bomb.
Absolutely,
Wow.
absolutely.
I don't know if you saw that snipe from Wizard, but that was pretty solid.
That was a solid. That was a pretty solid shot. They got the bomb down. 30 seconds. One player remaining for Magix, and yeah, my dog is just absolutely killing me right now. What's up, buddy? You need to go back outside. Hey, I'm gonna let you take over here as this next round is gonna be pulling up. I gotta let my dog out. Take over, Gil. It's all you, my guy.
Yeah, and right there is gonna be a 1v3 in the hands of Magic. Magic using that sniper gonna get sniped by Lucky himself. Lucky with a great positioning behind that bomb is gonna prevent him for getting any closer and bringing yet another round for the side of Bunker Esports. And as we move towards the round number 5, the last round before they switch sides, I don't know what to expect from the side of Aphelion, but what I do know is that Bunker Esports is just gonna continue with the map control, continue with the overall mind games, not allowing the opponents to do like proper rotations on time. And as I say that, actually there's gonna be 2 players falling down in the side of Bunkers Esports. There's 2 players dying right there, Lucky being the 3rd one. There's only Wizard and Turlele alive right there. Let's see what they can do there. They are not in control with the bomb neither, so that's going to be pretty hard for them going towards a 4v2 situation. And yeah, as Magic is dead, we can see that Marvel is actually defending that A side of the bomb, while actually Turlele and Wizard rotated for the bomb, gain control over it. And as there's only a minute remaining, let's see what they decide to do. They are so far playing together. They're sticking to one another, rotating from pool over to the modern area. Now going toward their spawn. They thought that maybe going A was not the move, and now they start rotating to the B bomb right there. Turlele using that ASM-10, pretty well known player for that one. He also likes using the Scar H, but he decided to go for the ASM-10, which is a really good option in this map, particularly because of the long distance fights that you can get into a lot of situations. And as they rotate towards B, it seems like the side of Aphelion is going to do the same. Unfortunately, not on time. Turlele planted the bomb, and now it's time for him to start defending. It is his time of glory now. He already planted the bomb. Turlele with 3 kills himself. He's going to move forward to that laundry area alongside with his teammate. They start engaging a 1v2. They pick up a kill, but they get killed themselves. Now that they are dead, Shark is going to start defusing. That's going to be 3-2. Aphelion finds their way and get another round in their favor as we are about to switch sides from the teams.
Absolutely. A phenomenal performance from Aphelion there. Dark Wizard and team unable to get that bomb plant protected. It was an interesting push for, in my opinion, back to that B side. Obviously, you have multiple sides of the bomb area to cover, and they just did not have the manpower to do it. We're going to see Shark and team push up aggressively onto this B bomb site, which is rather peculiar as we see multiple teams do this, and unless they have that man advantage, I wouldn't get that bomb plant down. We're going to have to wait and see if Aphelion is able to get a kill. They are not. They're going to be down by 2 players. They opt to not get the plant down, which is actually forced as the bomb carrier is going to be taken out. Lucky EU is going to get the final kill of the round. The 7th round we're going to be going to. The lead is going to be in favor of Bunker Esports. Dark Wizard tilt up to 10 kills. What a game for him as we see the defense from the side of Bunker Esports go into full effect. And what did I miss while I was gone, my guy?
Actually, it was a pretty interesting fact that they rotated towards pool, but it felt like Aphelion was actually ready for that one, and that's why I don't know if you noticed that it was only 2 players alive, and when they try to maybe rotate in a way like you mentioned, they didn't have enough manpower to protect that B bomb when he was planted.
And I'm looking at chat, man. I just seen my guy Citrus, who played at our BR event, come through with a gifted sub to the one and only Grizz. What's going on, guys? I appreciate that gifted sub. I know Grizz is going to appreciate it, too. And we're seeing Dark Wizard Tilt and Team Bunker Esports with a one-man disadvantage. I think Dark Wizard spots one, but does not get a kill as he's not able to take a shot. We're going to see Aphelion fighting for their lives here as we see a potential elimination from them. They're going to have to win this matchup in order to see a Game 3. If not, we're going to see Bunker Esports take 2 away from them. Aphelion has very much so found their way in this game so far, coming back from a deficit that is, leading them up to a 3-4 right now. Shark going to be taken out by Dark Wizard, so Magic's and Team Aphelion going to have to do it on their own. As we see 2 big kills out of Magic's and Kosh, Jazz and Turu going to be taken down early. Dark Wizard Tilton team setting up in his top laundry area, rightfully so. Bomb is down over at A. Kosh going to take out Lucky. Big frag for them as is now a 3-2 situation. Bombs picked up and the rotations over to B are going to come through.
Yeah, coming from last game to this one, it was obviously Aphelion trying to climb up that mountain from the bottom to the top. And on the last round and this one right here, we can see that they are managing a way to do it as they start planting the bomb on B. And pretty impressed, like coming down from a game where you lose 250 to only 50 points is something like pretty hard to go through. It obviously puts you in a mood that might be problematic for the next game, but we can see that now that they are like engaged and more focused onto the game, they're doing a better job as Karma is going to be in a 1v3 scenario right now.
Yeah, he's going to be in a 1v3 and he's going to have time against him. That's not ever a good sign. Magic's going to be able to exploit that little head glitch on the side of Laundry. And we're going to have an all-tied ball game going into the 9th round of this Search and Destroy. Dark Wizard and Team Bunker Esports have found themselves pinned against the wall as, yeah, I mean, it's really hard to overcome a 250 to 49. They didn't even put 50 on my on Bunker Esports. My guy's 250 to 49. That is remarkable. If you're able to keep a team within 50 points at a hard point, that's kind of devastating if you ask me. And it is definitely hard to overcome that as we see Aphelion finding their groove very much so in this game. It is all tied up at 4 as we go into this 9th round. And we're going to have Zeno go down early, which is not a good sign for Aphelion. Definitely not the position you want to find yourself in, but obviously still a lot to work with as we see Lucky EU go down for the side of Bunker, evening the playing field. So Jazz is going to take some shots as Kosh picks up the frag. Kosh going to give the one-man advantage that we saw or Bunker Esports have at the beginning of this matchup. Now suddenly be traded, and Dark Wizard Tilt and Team Bunker Esports going to find themselves with an A push, which is exactly what you need here. They're going to get the plant down, and the clock is going to be reduced to 45 seconds. Bunker Esports has that amount of time to get in there and the defuse, and we're going to see the rotations coming over. I can't see Dark Wizard Tilt making this happen with his team, but he's going to pick one. Magic's and Kosh going to take out Turu and Dark. Wow.
Yet again, Karma on his own in a 1v3 with a bomb planted and less than 20 seconds on the clock right now. And yeah, he's gonna push towards the bomb and tries to cover up that bar area. But in a 1v3 is just so much you can do. There's only 10 seconds on the clock. Picked up a kill, but he's in the middle of a 2 enemy fire and gets taken down at the end.
Absolutely, my guys. I could have said it any better myself. That 1v3 just not apps. It just wasn't there, my guy. If you expect to win this game, you're gonna have to give your team a little bit more support. And we've seen Dark Wizard Tilt and team perform well in the Search and Destroy, but towards the end, it feels like the momentum that Aphelion has been allowed to have is going to continue on as they go up 5-4 in this Search and Destroy. I wouldn't be surprised to see a round 11 here. Now, this round 11 is going to ultimately decide if we go to a game 3 or not. But the way that Aphelion is playing, they might even take this in this round alone if Bunker Esports doesn't find their way back to the light.
Yeah, like they were dominating the first 4 rounds, I believe it was. And so far, Aphelion doing an amazing comeback, and even on the brink of just finishing it up right there. They are on the offensive side. Let's see if they can take some sort of advantage over that and rotate properly. But as I say that, Turulele and Karma picked up a kill each. And well, that seems downside for Asylum now. All of a sudden, they try to start planting the bomb, but yeah, everyone gets taken down. They defuse it, and it's gonna tie this series. I'm not sure who is gonna be able to win this game.
You know what? If I have to say, I thought that Asilium was going to do a better job of protecting B, but B is just a lot of maintenance, if you ask me. A would have been a better push, but obviously the Dark Wizard and Team Bunker Esports had set up for A, so the rotation over to B was perfect. We're going to see tremendous amount of nades come in. Marvel is going to be setting up on side of this head glitch at the bomb site, and he's going to have multiples pushing in on A. This calls for some devastation here. Turo's going to be taken out early. Marvel picks up the first kill of the round, and what are you taking a look at here, Gil?
Yeah, I'm also looking at Marvel, who was under a rain of grenades, like you mentioned. Now he's getting pushed by everyone and finally getting taken down by Lucky. Lucky, like the other sniper, is pretty much a sniper fight throughout most of the game between Marvel and Lucky, as he picked up another kill before shortly after dying. Now it's a 3v2 in favor of Bunkers Esports. This game is about to be over. Let's keep in mind that if Asylum loses this round, they would be losing the match overall. This is already 1-0 in favor of Bunkers.
Bunker gonna get this bomb down at A. Smart move by them as Magic and Kosh find themselves out of the gates of this A bomb site, and now it's gonna come down to Jazz, Dark Wizard, and Karma to protect it. Magic and Kosh gonna make the rotations. Dark Wizard Tilt's gonna pick up one, and a 1v3 is gonna ensue. Kosh gonna have a lot of work cut out for him. He's gonna be pushed by Karma and Jazz. Jazz is gonna get the kill, and the game is over. Just like that, 6-5, going to around 11. Bunker Esports coming in the clutch, takes that round 11 and makes great use of that round, and absolutely good fashion, my guy. If you want to go ahead and take over the stats, take a look at that. I've got to step over and let my dog back in.
Yeah, we can see in the stats, Kosh with 12 kills, doing an amazing job for his team. It was really, really close. Like, if you pay attention to the amount of kills each side had, it was actually pretty close. There's obviously a bit of an advantage, I believe, in the side of Bunkers Esports, but overall, an amazing game. Definitely an even better job coming out of Asylum if you compare it to the previously game that we on the hard point. That was just hard to see how dominant the team of Bunker Esports was. And of course, that Wizard alongside with Lucky, 14, 12 kills each respectively. Not much to say. The best carriers on this game did an amazing job and ultimately providing the victory for them.
Absolutely. As we see, Bunker Esports takes this in 2. The hard point wasn't even close. The Search and Destroy was close. Ultimately, the round 11 was in favor of the guys over at Bunker Esports. As we take a look at the results from the day, we're going to have to talk about something because we're seeing a lot in chat, guys. Results from the day going to ultimately end up Aphelion taking the win against Elevate, as Elevate did not provide proper verification for some reconnection. So Aphelion going to be remaining in that first place spot as they take the series 2-1. Tragic, a game that was off stream, only able to get 10 points off of the DQ from XOXO. So XOXO DQing, only allowing Tragic to get 10 points from that. King's only able to get 10 points from that. Salem Esports, as we saw, take another loss today as Alpenfesting takes that series in 2. We just watched Bunker Esports take 2 from the side of Aphelion, taking 20 points in their favor. Ancient Esports, another matchup. Ancient Esports and Iconic off stream. Iconic gets the best of them 2-1. And yes, as we take a look at the standings here, it appears as though what could have been a lead from the Kings going to be in a second place position as my dog, here's the door bark, or the door knock, obviously barking here in the background. Hey, buddy, you okay? Hey, it's okay. Come on. Come here, baby. I've got a pit mix. He's a pretty big guy, and you can hear from his bark. He is super loud. So Aphilion's going to be in that first place position with 150 points. Kings 140, Tragic 140. Perfect timing from my door knock. I don't know who that is, but definitely going to have a hard talking to from them. At any rate, Gil, that's going to conclude our stream. What is your synopsis from your first day on the job, dude? I enjoyed the hell out of you. I hope you enjoyed it.
Yeah, I definitely did. For a second, we thought that Kings was gonna be the one remaining on top of this division, but for some issues in the back end, seems like Aphelion remains yet for another day on that prime number one on the Division 1. And pretty much I want to say thank you for the invite. I really enjoyed myself. Hope you guys enjoyed also what I provided for you guys today. And looking forward to the next time.
Absolutely, dude. I know it's going to be in the near future as our guy Imperium going to be busy with some PMCO games coming up. We appreciate it. Now, for the time being, we're going to be taking a look at a raid here. I'm going to be looking at probably doing my guy Mod 6, dude. Guys, if you don't know Mod 6, he is OP. One of the newer Trovo content creators that I am super excited to partner with, as he is also part of this Amplified crew in Mobile Mayhem. He does the Sunday recap show for Mobile Mayhem, so definitely need to check him out, guys. Stay tuned as we get ready to raid Mod 6. Guys, that is going to conclude our stream. Thank you for joining in. Be sure to come back next week, or no, this Thursday, rather, as we'll have some more exciting matchups, and Imperium will be back Thursday. So, guys, I appreciate everything. We'll join you back, or we'll be back here Thursday for you live.